and let us have a discussion. All right, greetings and salutations, and welcome to another day here on the Sports Desk. The name is Orville.
Good afternoon to the listeners. Wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Gunners, people. Today is our day, 2 p.m. today. Let's see what happens in that first. I got the Emirates against Paris Saint-Germain.
All right, then now I want to take the time. I want to know it go. Yesterday, those who know, yesterday was, as the old timers would say, one more day around the sun. So, yesterday we celebrated another birthday. And we couldn't do this individually. So I tell the people, I say, listen out on the radio. I think I'll make a post on my page in a little bit. All of the people will reach out. I can't thank you enough. People where see for years and people where reach out for years. Boy, the fact that I not take them things for granted. The fact that people could reach out from all parts of the world, me I tell you. Usually I don't spend them kind of days in Kingston, and I didn't. In fact, I come up only this morning, struggling to stay awake. But was great. I can't say more than that. Good to know that there's a bunch of people who appreciate you. I don't know if you remember March 22nd, people, I told you that the Mannings community had asked me to come down there and work at do some work at a series of games. That is probably one of the better decisions I've made as an adult in the last few years, because that opened up back the link to a bag of Mannings people who I never see for years. And the man them show up in no uncertain way for the strong and things. So big them up for that. But I want to, people, the biggest news in cricket at the moment, probably the biggest news in the sporting world generally over the last 24 hours, was this Indian youth named Vaibhav Suryanvanshi. I never know that a man name could start with V and done with V. Vaibhav Suryanvanshi. The 14-year-old who met the 100 for Rajasthan Royals. Second fastest 100 in IPL history of 35 balls. Against a team including Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan is arguably the greatest T20 bowler of all time. And this youth here. There is already discussions in India as to whether he's 14 years old or not. Now, I watched the innings, people. There's no way something like that going to happen. I didn't take the time to watch. And I have my doubts about his age as well. Let me just get that straight. It's not like me think him 20. But 14, let's just say I have my doubts. And I'm not the only one. There are some other people who think that this could be a marketing gimmick. And I watched the innings. Is the person who told me about the innings, because I didn't watch it live, was saying that he was licking every ball clean out of the park. That's not true. There were some that went where he did not intend them to go. Might try carve it over mid wicket and it peel off going on a third man and them kind of thing. Which you will get if you make 30 take 30 odd balls to make 100. There will be the odd edge down so and the odd luck and thing. I think Just Butler even dropped him at one point. But I'm telling you something, people, this is no ordinary. Even if, let's say, my 16 really and not the 14 over here, it would still be one of the most remarkable things that you've seen. And then I took the time to look at his story. Come here, I said, well, all right, fine. So him is the most talked about youngster in cricket at the moment. And his story is probably just as remarkable as the innings that everybody thought. His father was a club cricketer in India as well, which usually helps. Usually them precocious youngster has parents. Just like Pele's father was a footballer, and Brian Lara's father was a man who loved cricket, that kind of thing. Usually them kind of out and out special talent here has a parent or a guardian or somebody close to the family who usually, interested in the same thing. Father owned a shop, and at 7 or 8 years old, the father said, but this little youth and normal. He was doing things with the bat as a little boy. I love the game bad. Father sell a plot of land. And them set up a little cricket pitch for the youth, but made out of cement. By the time he was 8 years old, the father said, no, son, me can't coach this youth. I mean, he used to play like a cricket, but the coaching ground was 3 hours away. The boy mother get up 3 o'clock in the morning to send him off. The boy used to bat 450 balls per day. So those who say, boy, there's natural talent, this is the root. 450 balls per day. After a week, let's say him take a day off. Say him do that for 6 days. That is 450 times 6, a 4,000 odd ball per week. If you do that per month, 30 times 4,000, we are talking about some serious numbers. And he has been doing this for years and years and years and years. Got drafted, lick with some ball, and may I tell you, him is the new talk about. Not the finished article by any means. He's very strong, lick the ball far, but you could see, unlike the 16-year-old Tendulkar, not as what we call technical, but Tendulkar was preparing himself to play Test cricket. Sound defense, cleaner stroke play. The youth are clearly not depend that. The youth is clearly a youth who they are designing. Philip was some ball. Last thing on him though, is not that him come straight out of the blue and him just give him an IPL game. It's not that kind of thing. This youth had made a 300 in an under-19 competition in a theme, what you call it now, theme province, theme state. So at maybe 12, 13 years old, he had already scored a triple century, which is remarkable. He then made the Indian under-19 team and make 100 against Australia in a 4-day test from little bit of ball as well, something like 50 odd ball. So the IPL didn't just go for a youth out of the blue. This is a youth that had already scored an under-1900 and that had scored a 300 in under-19 cricket as a 13, 14-year-old. All right, well, it would be 14. Him just turned 14, 14 and 30-something days. So, yeah, he has been doing special things for a while. And them take a chance on him. Rahul Dravid is his coach down at Rajasthan Royals, and he's speaking highly of him. One of his teammates includes Jafra Archer. You know, Jafra Archer, simple. You know, when you say a fast bowler, simple, and them say the youth has been batting Jafra and the nets relatively easy. Have a little problem to the short ball, which any 14-year-old would have. But if you pitch up, it gone. And when it's short and I like him ducking and thing, him a fire, I might peel off, go down so and peel off from. So, but one to watch. I was listening a little bit to the program yesterday and I hear Dwight chat. Boy, sometimes I wonder how Dwight chat will manage it. I do understand. I mentioned clearly that the wicket keeper is your most important fielding position. Now I hear that I say all kind of other things. The bowler is not a position for the field. The bowler is not put in that position because of his ability to field. Every other man on the field, that's what they're there to do. Wicket keeping is just a specialized form of field. You are the bowler. When you go on the field for bowl, it's not because of how good you are as a fielder. It's how good you are at stopping the ball and catching the ball and them stop the why the keeper go in there, why step and cover and long off and go them there. The bowler is not given the ball because of his ability to field. Separate skill, separate thing. It's not a fielding position. That's my piece. 615-2841. Are we staying now, Nick? Nick, so we have a call. All right. Hello.
It's a go viral.
How are you, Harvey?
Sports Lex now have no rival. Good talking about Mr. Higgins.
Yes, man. Respect.
That's a question as they come then.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, cricket was my first love, right?
Yeah. Like, if you grew up in the same era when I did, then I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So, you know them days where we used to listen to cricket on the radio, right?
Yeah.
So when the commentator used to say the bowler feels his position, what does that them say? The batsman plays it back up along the onside and the bowler feels his position and there's no run. What does that mean?
I listen more cricket commentary than most people, and I've never heard a commentary.
Hey, Orville, you know, say if you go to Wikipedia, the bowling position is listed as a fielding position, right?
Can't be a fielding position.
And they tell you about his responsibilities, like backing up. Like, remember, you know, besides the wicket keeper, you know, nobody has more responsibility that when the ball is played in the outfield, you know, Aside from the wicket keeper, the next most responsible fielder is he's just as responsible as the keeper because he has to back up the non-strikers end. And he's doing it without a pair of gloves.
The most important, you have to back up the non-striker and in case they run out and them thing they go on, yeah.
And especially in a one-day cricket where the ball comes to the non-strikers and a whole lot, probably as much as go to the keeper.
So you are leading out a group of little boy, but you never said before, guy. Come on, man. You some youth come and try, and you are lead out the little youth. The coach say, all right, you will captain one side. 10 of you, you lead out 10. And you as the skipper don't know them little boy, and you say, all right, me put you in a fielding position. And one man say, all right, I will keep.
Nice try.
And the next man say, boy, I'm like the stip. You think one of us say, I want the bowling position to field, you know?
But anyway, it's listed as a bowling position. If you go to, you can check the laws of the game. It's listed. The bowling position is listed.
I can't agree with that. What is the
bowling? It's listed, man.
What skills do
and then tell you about him feeling responsibilities. Like in a one-day game, if the field is spread far and you have a spinner, his responsibility is also stopping too. So I'm not joking at the mid, he might go chase it all the way to mid wicket. So he might go chase it all the way to cover. Yeah, man, you need a good bowler.
He's there because of his ability to.
You need a good feeling bowler, guys. That's why guys like what?
Hold on. So you're telling me that the man in the bowling position is there because of his ability to field?
But it is a bowling position.
And it's a bowling position with him.
The laws of cricket say no.
With him being there to field.
He said the laws of cricket says it's a bowling position.
Why is he there?
I don't mean if you argue with my boss, I laws of cricket. That's a quote.
I don't know about that.
You don't come to win nothing. Right. By the way, Zidane, you need to retract something you said on the radio yesterday.
What is that?
You said cart and bowl is the rarest form of dismissal in a cricket.
I never said any such thing.
Yeah, man, that's the same.
Let me tell you what I said. I said it's a rarest form of being caught in cricket.
It's the rarest form of a bowler dismissing a batsman?
No. In the caught form.
So what do you mean?
In the catching format. That's what I said.
Oh, so bowlers don't run out people a lot?
Listen, Garvey. In terms of catches, when our batsman is gonna get caught.
You know, so it's a rare more.
Let me finish now, boss.
Nice try. You change the goal.
You want me to find the tape, my boss?
Yeah, man, find the tape. It's the rarest
and
what
are you prepared to do when I play the tape and you realize
said
that?
It's the rarest form of dismissal.
I never said that, my boss. I said the rarest form of being caught, my boss, in cricket. That's what I said.
That's not the genesis of a card.
You must stop. Try to lies on me, my boss.
It's good to have you back, you know.
All right.
So I needed to referee like a discussion here, right?
Until you start cussing about something.
No. Just referee.
If I'm not allowed to interject when I want, I will not.
Just don't let Zidane allow it to descend into a bar.
I said to you, because Orville can't save you. If I'm not allowed to speak, I will not engage in our discussion, my boy.
Okay,
just know that, Garvey.
Now let me reset the discussion, Orville, right?
You want to take the break? Wait,
yeah, man. Go ahead.
So we take the break and give Garvey a few.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
When I got about this now?
What happened to you, missus?
The car broke down and I can't get the parts.
Parts? So you never hear about Dangels? And them are the done in the parts world, you know? Them have parts for Hyundai, Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Isuzu, Mazda, Subaru, you name it, them have it.
Visit Danjel Auto Spares and Accessories in Kingston at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, telephone 9299146, or in Maypen at shop number 10, 1A Chapperton Road, telephone 986-7142.
Stop the sneeze. Grab some DPH.
I'm congested. DPH.
DPH. Mommy, I have a runny nose.
Come and take some DPH.
Getting rid of a cold or allergies is easy. Take DPH in adult or children's formulation and eliminate your sniffling, coughing, sneezing, and itching. DPH. Minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief. Another great product from the Caramed Group.
Is your business ready for the future? Upgrade to Wacom Cloud Phone System. Enjoy seamless, crystal clear communication without the hassle of traditional phone lines. Our cloud-based solutions let you connect from anywhere and anytime. Experience the freedom and reliability of the cloud. Visit wacomja.com today or call 876-906-7240 and take your business communication to the next level.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, guys, we're back with you.
Yeah, so I overheard a discussion between Zidane and G-Star, right, regarding the consequences of a goalkeeper's errors versus the consequences of a quarterback's errors, right? And Zidane was adamant that the consequences of a goalkeeper's errors are far more consequential than that of a quarterback. That's what he said. Good. No, I disagree with that. Now, here is my reasoning for that, Orville. Let me see if we can come to a consensus. The biggest mistake a goalkeeper can make is giving up a soft ball, right?
Yes.
And by the way, the muddy the water boss preacher, I hope you're listening. Just sit back and listen to this preacher. No. The worst error that a quarterback can make, Orville, is either an sure interception that is returned for a touchdown, or he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball with an unforced fumble, not a forced fumble, unforced fumble that is returned for a touchdown, which cost the team 7 points, right? Mm-hmm. That is equivalent. That is the equivalent error.
And let me just ask based on what you're just saying. So the quarterback can throw an interception that may lead to a touchdown. In other words, in an automatic, some other things have to happen for it to get to a touchdown.
Just like how the goalkeeper can make an error, which eventually lead to a goal.
No, man, we can't drop direct goal. All right, fine, but I can just drop the ball.
But we have got to the worst error where they can make a direct error.
Hold on, boss. A goalkeeper error, the ball can just drop in a goal without no help needed from anyone.
No, hold on, boss. We are talking about where it is the errors on the goalkeeper, Orville.
Then that me just I said. Listen,
then no, remember, Orville, not every goalkeeper error leads to a goal. Not every quarterback error leads to a point.
Don't backtrack. I'm saying the worst goalkeeping error.
What do you mean backtrack? The worst goalkeeper error is what, Orville?
Is the goalkeeper, a man kick a shot to him and he make it go over the line, fumble it.
Good. What is the worst quarterback error, Orville?
You tell me. And I'm saying
the quarterback throwing an interception that goes for a touchdown, or he fumbles the ball, somebody pick it up and run it for a touchdown. That is as bad as it gets.
And I'm saying
what is your next point?
The difference with the quarterback's mistake is that somebody else may need to capitalize on it.
But somebody else may need to capitalize. Hold on.
No, the goalkeeper's worst mistake don't need nobody.
Fumble ball. Hold on about keepers fumble shots that are put in back in play.
You don't understand the point. No, man. No. You don't understand.
Somebody else still have to capitalize.
No, Garvey, no. We're not going to allow you to.
Do you really argument before it even starts?
No, I'm saying the goalkeeper, a man.
So you don't want me to get out my point then against quarterback error versus goalkeeper.
And I'm saying the work.
Priester came, hold on, Orville. Priester came on and was allowed to deliver his sermon without any of this, you know?
No. All I'm trying to say to you.
So why can't I present my case, Orville?
So why can't I?
You are not part of the discussion. I am just resetting the discussion for you.
The goalkeeper's worst mistake.
The goalkeeper's worst mistake against a quarterback's worst mistake.
And I'm saying the goalkeeper's worst mistake may not need nobody else to capitalize.
It doesn't matter. The quarterback may not need nobody else either, and the quarterback can fumble the ball, drop it into the end zone, all the man have to do, and it don't even get recovered.
And somebody else take it up.
Stop it.
Hold on. When the quarterback fumble.
Don't be ridiculous.
When the quarterback fumble the ball, somebody else have to take it up and run with it.
Orville. You know me and Preacher already come to a consensus on this. So I don't know why you're trying to backtrack the discussion.
The public
Even
understands
Preacher who understands NFL knows that a quarterback's worst error is a pick six or a fumble.
But I'm not saying no, Garvey.
It doesn't matter how, but every game has different nuances.
Anyway,
what you expect, the rules,
the fact that you're
the
getting
rules of soccer and the rules of NFL are divergent rules. It doesn't matter how you get to the score. We are thinking about
You're getting defensive.
What is
And the fact that you're getting defensive means I've scored a point. But
what is defensive, Orville? There's nothing defensive here. Can I just get my point out without you derailing me, sir?
All right, I will ask no questions. You have
okay, good. Great. I don't need, Orville, I'm not here to win any arguments. I did not set myself on winning arguments like you. No, quickly. For the people that are interested to hear, not hear Orville trying to derail me to hell with that. The worst error a quarterback can make is a pick six or a return fumble for a touchdown. The worst error keeper can make is giving up a soft goal for a goal. No, let's look at the Super Bowl. In the history of the Super Bowl, teams that fall behind by 10 points or more, right? They lose 88% of the time. No.
Why are you telling me about a team that falls behind?
Hold on, for the sake of this argument.
No, Garvey, man, you have to allow me to ask you questions to them. Which is more consequential? A goal in a football match?
I am giving you the thing. No. I am giving you can I give my argument, Orville, please?
No.
I'm begging you, please. Can I just, even if you disagree with me, come off of the radio.
No. Garvey, just get to the point, now, man. A goal in football. Time is short.
I'm getting to the point, but you're cutting me off.
But you don't know what point I want you to get to, man.
No, people. Teams that fall behind by 10 points in the Super Bowl
have a losing
percentage of 88%. No, that is 2 scores, Orville. No, let's assume.
What's the ratio of teams that fall behind in football?
What?
You're telling me what 88% of the time the team
I don't know, but here is my point.
You're not that you know, brother, for anything balance.
What is how big, Orville? What is the greatest percentage you can have in life? It's 100. So if the losing percentage when you fall behind in NFL in the Super Bowl is 88, let's assume that the quarterback was responsible for those points. That means you're going to lose 88% of the time. So if you're 2 goals down in soccer, your losing percentage, what are you going to tell me? Say it's 93?
I don't know.
More consequential than Super Bowl. It doesn't make any sense.
Unless you can come up with a commensurate thing about football going behind, then your argument lacks substance.
Let me ask you a question. When teams fall behind 2-0, do they lose every single game?
I never said they did.
Good. So let's agree that they lose a majority of the time that they...
No. Hold on, Garvey.
You agree with that?
I am saying if you're going to... First of all, I don't know why you're talking about going behind, but let's work with that. A team that a quarterback that fumbles a ball are the something fool. The ball.
No, we're talking about the worst. But
worst error is team is a touchdown.
When you're up 5-0,
God have mercy.
If your team is up, no, what I'm saying, Orville.
You can't.
If your team is up 5-0 and the keeper give up 2 goals, it's not very consequential.
Garvey, you say because you can't, you're not allowing me to question you.
No, that's not the
scoring
point, Mr. Higgins. You cannot manage me, my boss, but there are more days in the week, so you can't get away with it. Hide under the table, Zidane. When me come around, the bully is here.
Can I ask you a question since you call me name? Can I ask you a question?
I'm out.
It must be out.
Yeah. I wanted to ask a question that I asked him the other day. Which sport is more difficult to score in? Football or NFL? If the answer to that is football, then clearly it will be more difficult to recover from going behind in football than in the NFL. If it is more difficult to score in football, which it is.
Garvey is being defensive. And once Garvey is being defensive, Garvey knows that points are being scored. Now, I don't know which is more consequential, a goal in football or a touchdown in the NFL. Which is more likely to be decisive in deciding a game, a goal or a touchdown? And the little what I know about football, I think a goal is more likely to affect the outcome than a touchdown. Either way. All right, I could go back on line. Hello.
Hey guys, how you doing? Dangerous in 5.
All right. Here's what I'm going to set the stage now. I don't want to do it. I don't want you to say nothing when me never say. And you know, put no words in my mouth. Say what me say, and this discussion will go. The first time you initiate and will understand. Let me set the stage now, do it, man. The first time you say something I did not say.
Like when a man come out and said that is not what I said. I like that. Zin?
But you know what I'm saying?
You are saying, wait. So you are saying, in a discussion where the topic was that the goalkeeper is the most important person in that entire football team, the most important position on that entire football team. That was the discussion, right, Zidane? That was the original discussion, right, Zidane?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. That the goalkeeper was the most important position on the entire team
Yeah, man.
You are saying that during that discussion, you said similarly, the wicket keeper in cricket is the most important fielder. You're saying that was what you said from the
All right,
start.
I'm going to answer. Don't interrupt me now. Don't interrupt me now. Now, the goalkeeper is on the field for the whole 90 minutes of a football. The wicketkeeper, the wicketkeeper is not on the field for the whole of the time. Because when him team a bat, him not on the field. So what I'm saying is that while you're on the field, the wicketkeeper occupies the most important fielding position. Clearly, you can't be the most important fielding position when your team a bat. So that was clearly what I was talking about.
Okay.
Good.
We're going to take that on. But remember in Zidane, because the conversation was that the QB is not on the field the whole time, but some people said that he had the most important position on the team.
No, but that is
people understood.
No, man, you just start. Give me a chance. That is with the understanding of when you're on the field, too, you know.
Orville, give me a chance to set the scene. Everybody's listening, but everybody has been following this debate in Radio Land. It's the hottest topic this year. Preacher coming out just to show you how hot it has been. And you are saying that while Garvey and Preacher and G-Star has been debated whether or not the goalkeeper, who don't do everything on the field, and the QB, who don't do everything in his team, they're saying that this is the most important position. You entered the arena and you made the amazing comment to say, similarly, the wicketkeeper is the most important fielder. And that's what you're coming today, and you're clarifying that was your point from the start.
All right,
correct?
so you just said something now. You thought when I mentioned the most important position in the field, I was talking about when you inside a bat as well. That's what you got from it. That I thought.
Big man.
That I thought.
You said the most important position.
Are you think me attack when the team are bat as well?
Using the direction that the original argument was.
Well, you got it wrong.
I thought you said, okay, cool. I'm willing to get it wrong.
You interpret it wrong. Because when the wicketkeeper team are bat, how can you be the most important?
Orville, let's discuss now what you have clarified today.
All right.
So what you have clarified today is that when he's on the field,
clearly,
the wicketkeeper is the most important position.
Yes, the most important fielding.
That's what you're saying today, right?
The most important fielding position.
Yes or no? You're saying when he's on the field, he's the most important position on the field, correct?
The most important fielding position.
Lord of Zidane, you understand anything what I want?
Yes.
You come today.
Yeah, but you don't.
Clarified.
Why you don't respond?
You clarified. No, Orville, you clarified that you're talking about while he's on the field.
Yeah, fielding.
He has the most important position.
Fielding position.
Fielding position.
Big man, you don't know what you're saying. You have been caught. You have been caught by moving the goalpost and moving back, because even your position today makes no sense. When the wicketkeeper is on the field, he doesn't have the most important position on the fielding team, does he?
Yes, he does.
The wicketkeeper has the most important position on the fielding team.
He occupies the most important fielding position.
Does the wicketkeeper have the most important position on the fielding team?
He occupies the most important.
Yes or no?
No,
yes or no?
He occupies
Zidane,
the most important fielding position.
Team, right?
Yeah, but the argument is going nowhere.
Everybody in cricket knows what is the fielding.
The argument is going nowhere now. Because you don't
want... No. But because Orville is wrong. The wicketkeeper does not have the most important position on the field.
He occupies the most important fielding position.
Sir, the bowler.
Yeah, but Dwight, if he's saying one thing and you are saying something else, it don't make no sense when you continue, Dwight. Dwight, he's saying one thing and you are saying. Dwight, he's saying one thing and you are saying something else.
Cool.
Like what's the break?
Yeah, man.
Anyway,
hold the line.
No, man, we can't give you a couple of minutes.
Hold the line, Dwight.
But for the record,
no problem.
The wicketkeeper is the most important fielding position. Next, we'll take a break. We'll come in.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
England are considering former New Zealand international Tim Southee as their new fast bowling consultant for the home summer. James Anderson has held the position since he retired from Test cricket last summer, but is unavailable this year because of his playing commitments with Lancashire. Seamer Southee, 36, retired from international cricket in December as New Zealand all-time leading wicket taker. He's a good friend of England head coach Brendan McCullum, who made a presentation to Southee on the outfield in Hamilton following his final appearance for the Black Caps. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Get on the path to financial freedom. Be your own boss with City and Guilds and Distinction College certification at Distinction College. Start full-time, part-time, and weekend classes in plumbing, air conditioning, and refrigeration, motor vehicle repairs, and electrical installation. No subjects required, no age limit, no entrance test. Register this week and get free courses at huge discounts. Licensed employment agencies will assist students with job opportunities overseas. Visit us in Kingston, Spanish Town, and Ocho Rios, or call 876-356-4167. Distinction College, the school of champions.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so you know it's a Tuesday afternoon and Jesse Blake is waiting in the wings, so we can't keep the great Jesse too long. Dwight, I'll give you 40 uninterrupted seconds. I just want one question, and then we'll take Jesse. Jesse, bear with me, my boss. Bear with me. Dwight, 40 seconds.
Give me 40 seconds and you want to ask a question?
You want to come back at 1:45? 1:45. Call us back at 1:45.
No problem.
Yeah, man.
No problem. Cool.
Thanks. All right, Jesse, we come to you, my good man. Sometime after the program I'm going on. I'm sure you understand.
It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game. From Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion.
All right, Sir Jesse, how you do?
I'm well. Good afternoon, Orville. How are you?
Boy, yesterday was a struggle, Jesse. I saw me know say, boy, we should have had 3 birthdays for the year.
Really though?
If I had 3 birthdays for the year, I could resign and I'm about. Tell you the truth.
Really no?
I still opening gifts to them. Boy, may I tell you, boy.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks. I am a pretty liked guy, you know?
I never realized, well, then again, I'm lying. I know that people out there rape me. It's just sometimes you're on the radio, you think that your life is comprised of more enemies than friends. People,
right.
It's not true. Anyway, enough said.
True, yeah.
Enough said. So let's get straight into the matter at hand.
Yes.
Barcelona, Inter Milan.
Yeah, man. This match takes place tomorrow. It is Champions League's or UEFA Champions League semi-final time. Of course, we have one that is going to be played at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Going to be telling you about that at the end of today's feature. Well, we still have this one to deal with tomorrow. Barcelona taking on Inter Milan. Barcelona, the home team, will be welcoming Inter Milan to Camp Nou tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Jamaica time. And Barcelona, they head into this first leg welcome of Inter with a wind in their sails following their Copa del Rey win over Real Madrid on the weekend. The Blaugrana, they've lost just once in 2025 in all competitions, though that did come in the Champions League at Borussia Dortmund earlier this month. Now, Inter did sacrifice top spot in Serie A over the weekend. They fell to a 1-0 loss at Roma. Here it is that Hansi Flick will demand full focus from his players following their Clasico triumph over Real Madrid as they push for the treble, and they will want to maximize home advantage and possibly claim that first leg win come tomorrow. Well, according to the Just Bet final result bet option, which is a simple, straight-up basic option offering odds on each team to win and odds on the draw, Barcelona is favored to have that first leg advantage when they play tomorrow at odds of $1.58 to win the game. They're the favorite. Inter Milan come in at $4.75 for the upset, and the draw attracts odds of $4.20. Lots of bets that you can place. So many different betting options available for you at Just Bet for this game. And of course, for all our football games, we like to talk about correct score betting because it simply gives you the best return for your betting buck. And it does work pretty simply as well. Can you predict the score of a game and that's the correct score? At the end of regulation and stoppage time, if you can do that, it can pay off very well for you. And you can place a bet on virtually any scoreline that you think is the correct score for each and every football game. For Barcelona hosting Inter Milan tomorrow, 2 o'clock Jamaica time, take advantage of the many correct score bets that are available. And those include, if it is Barcelona, 2 goals to 1, $4,000 in winnings there with a $500 bet. Barcelona 2-0, $4,250 in winnings with a $500 wager. Barcelona 3-0, $6,000 on offer with only a $500 bet. Inter by 2 goals to 1 pays $8,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. Inter Milan with the Bob Marley 1 Love, $9,000 in winnings there with a $500 bet. Do remember, you can bet on a draw as a correct score bet as well. For this game, if it ends in 1-1 in the first leg encounter, a $500 bet would actually pay $4,000 in winnings. I'm taking Barcelona to squeeze out a 2-1 victory in this one. $4,000 on offer with a $500 bet, taking Barcelona $1.58 for the win, straight up.
But Barcelona, too low.
All right, Barcelona by 2 goals to 0 pays $4,250 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right, and then the other one, Sir Jesse Blake, is Athletic Bilbao to face Manchester United. Is this Europa?
That's correct. Europa League action Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Jamaica time. And of course, it will be time for so many fans in Jamaica to cheer on the Red Devils of Manchester United. Now, it will have been over a week since Athletic Bilbao last played when they faced Manchester United come this Thursday. Bilbao take on the Premier League outfit on a run of just 1 defeat in their last 10. Now, Ernesto Valverde has overseen a run of 3 wins from the last 4 following last week's 1-0 home success over Las Palmas. United left it late to rescue a point at Bournemouth on Sunday, a result that means they have won only 1 of their last 7. Even so, United made the trip to Bilbao unbeaten in European competition this season, though have drawn 4 of their 6 away games in the Europa League. This is the first of 2 legs, and according to the Just Bet final result bet option, what do you know? Athletic Bilbao at home is favored to win this game at healthy odds of $2 even. Manchester United, the underdog, $3.66. The draw at $3.25. Folks, do remember now that you can maximize on your winning potential with the Just Bet Correct Score betting. Oh, and by the way, the Correct Score betting, just one, as we said earlier, of several betting options that you can take advantage of. And there is an extra one I want to tell you about at this time in the for this game, because if Manchester United scores 2 or more goals and wins the game, if you bet $1,000 on that double chance, you're looking at $42,500 in winnings. Well, well, well. Of course, you have the double chance option that you can take advantage of for all of your football games. And, of course, the Correct Score betting options are aplenty for this matchup. And let's get right to some of the Correct Score bets that you can exploit for this first leg Europa League semi-final game between Athletic Bilbao and Manchester United. And those Correct Score bets include, if it is that Bilbao wins by a goal to nil, a $500 bet would pay $3,165 in winnings. Athletic Bilbao 2-0, $4,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Athletic Bilbao 3-0, $8,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. What about Manchester United? So many Correct Score bets that you can capitalize on. Those include, if it is United by a goal to nil, $4,750 in winnings with a $500 bet. United 2-1, $6,500 in winnings with a $500 wager. If this game ends in a 2-all draw, $8,500 can be yours with only a $500 bet. Manchester United 2-1 for me. $6,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Taking United for the upset in Spain, $3.66. Bring it up.
This one was a difficult one for me, the more I look at it. So, being undecided and on the fence, I'm going for a 1-all draw after 90 minutes. There's a second leg in England.
Man.
Yeah. So this is 1-all for me.
All right. 1-all in this game would also pay the same as the 1-all with the Inter Milan Barcelona matchup. A 1-all draw between Bilbao and United would pay $4,000 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right. And the final one, I prefer you to call the name of the two teams. I know one team is Tottenham.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the other team?
Easy, just as you see it there. Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt.
Yes, that's right. Bodo Glimt.
But me never hear about Bodo Glimt yet.
Have
you ever heard of Bodo Glimt? I know you follow these things far more than I do.
Right. They are the 4-time Norway Premier League champions. Bodo Glimt.
Bodo
yes.
Glimt, a big side in Norway.
Yes, man, a big side out of Northern Europe. Norway, absolutely right. Bodo Glimt.
Big up Bodo Glimt against Spurs.
Yeah. Absolutely. They've done very well, have Bodo Glimt, to make it to the semi-final round of the UEFA Europa League. They head over to London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to take on the Spurs of Tottenham. And this one should be quite an interesting matchup. Also, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon comes Thursday, Jamaica time. Well, Tottenham's eggs are firmly in the Europa League basket. They are gearing up for their semi-final first leg meeting with Bodo Glimt. Of course, it was Tottenham that were poor in their 5-1 loss at champions Liverpool on Sunday. Conversely, Bodo Glimt are in solid form. They traveled to London, having lost only one of their last 8, a defeat that came in the Europa League against Lazio, a tie that they ultimately won on penalties. Let's head right into the bets that you can place for this one, starting with the final result bet option. Tottenham is favored at home at $1.27. Bodo Glimt come in, the underdogs at $9 for the upset, and the draw attracts odds of $5.50. Correct score that you can exploit for this game include, if it is that Tottenham wins 2-0, $3,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Tottenham 3-0, $4,000 in winnings with a $500 wager. Tottenham 4-2, $20,500 on offer there with a $500 bet. For Bodo Glimt, correct score bets include, if they win 2-1 $13,000 on a $500 bet. Bodo Glimt 3-2, $40,500 in winnings with a $500 wager. But can Bodo Glimt beat Tottenham on Thursday by 3-1? A $500 bet would pay all of $50,500 in winnings. Boy, that's very enticing, very enticing. But I'm going with Tottenham in front of their home fans to win this game by 4-2. $20,500 in winnings with a $500 bet, and taking Tottenham Hotspur at $1.27. Not that great. So if you're going with Tottenham, definitely correct score betting is the way to go.
Well, I never hear about Bodo Glimt yet. So I work with Spurs to beat up Bodo Glimt. About 4 Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt. 4 love.
Whoa.
4 love to Bodo Glimt. You ever hear about Bodo Glimt, Nicola? You hear about them? Say God no. 4 love against Bodo Glimt, boss.
All right, 4 love. 4 goals past Bodo Glimt, and they don't get one over into Tottenham's net. 4-0 for Tottenham pays $13,000 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right, sir, Jesse, take us to the break.
Thank you very much, and of course, I want to say a big thank you to those who took advantage of the bets that we had available for the NFL draft. Never saw Shedeur Sanders slipping all the way to the 5th round of the draft. If you had bet on Shedeur Sanders to be picked in the 5th round with $500, you'd be looking at close to $75,000 in winnings. But definitely want to thank those that took advantage of the bet you had available for the NFL draft. All right, 2 o'clock this afternoon. UEFA Champions League action, semi-final first leg, Arsenal versus PSG. And do remember, you can place a bet on so many betting options. You can bet on the first half. You can bet on the entire game. You can bet on how many corners, bookings. You can bet on player specials. For example, who will have, there's a line of points as it relates to assists. Yeah? How many, you have a line in terms of how many shots some of the key players will take, shots that are on target, how many fouls will players suffer. There are bets that are available on players to receive cards, multi-scorers, who will score the goals, anytime goal scorer and the correct score, who will score the first goal, who will score the last goal, all of that and more when you visit justbetja.com, a JustBet location near you, including the retail centers, where you can watch all the games with that unique JustBet Arena experience. However, before we run though, let's just give you the main bets quickly that are available. Arsenal is favored to win at $2.12. Paris Saint-Germain at $3.33. The draw also at $3.33. Get the game and win big with us at JustBet for the Champions League, the Europa League, all of your favorite football, and all of your favorite sporting events, including the NBA playoffs, tennis, and as we round down into summer, there will be some athletics on top as well. Of course, over to you, your team and listeners from all of us at JustBet. Stay safe, enjoy the game. Catch you guys later in the week come Thursday. Take care till then.
All right, sir, just big up thyself. And with that, we'll take a break. That was the JustBet Winner's Edge, sponsored by JustBet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. JustBet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get nothing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, Ria, check your phone, your money land. VMBS money transfer, safer, faster, easier. Sign up for VMBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, feet in the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VMBS money transfer.
Is your business ready for the future? Upgrade to Welcome Cloud Phone System. Enjoy seamless, crystal clear communication without the hassle of traditional phone lines. Our cloud-based solutions let you connect from anywhere and anytime. Experience the freedom and reliability of the cloud. Visit WelcomeJA.com today or call 876-906-7240 and take your business communication.
All right, so we're back. And the numbers are 615-2841.
So all the people who are texting all over the place and chatting the rubbish, trying to save Garvey. Because what the sweetest thing happened a while ago, people, to Garvey is when him said, I'm glad you're here, Orville. Blah, 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 blah. And was rubbed out by Orville.
I don't know about the rub out. But the truth is, I want when Garvey and others, it's not just a Garvey thing. If you have an argument, people, you have a side of an argument that you think can stand up to scrutiny, then allow yourself to be asked questions, man. Why would you have a side of an argument and you don't want questions? Any argument that I have, I am prepared to be put on a stand and be asked questions. And the minute Garvey isn't going to allow questions, it tells me that he's doubtful that in position can stand up to scrutiny. All right, we go back online. Hello.
Greetings.
Good afternoon, Sir Preacher.
Yeah, man, as I respect. Why? Me did want to hear a Garvey there, say still, to be honest. But once the interrogation started, kind of went. It kind of got difficult.
No, but I don't even know I'd call it an interrogation. I just wanted to ask some basic questions. Garvey want to come and lecture.
Yeah.
And if even lecturers at points, allow students to ask questions.
Yeah, but Zidane asked the most basic question. And I think sometimes in an attempt to be overly analytical, we lose the simplicity of the discussion.
Exactly.
The simple question is, which is the hardest thing to do? To score in football, as in soccer, or to score in the NFL?
Dear you.
And the hardest thing to do, I think we can all agree that the hardest thing to do is to score in the sport of soccer.
Yes.
We can all agree on. I don't think anybody would want to debate that.
Yes,
right?
indeed. We're talking top level football now, people.
Top level, at the top level.
Yes.
I don't think nobody ever debate
And if it's
that.
and the corollary to that, if it's harder to score in what we call football than it is in the NFL, then a goalkeeper's error must therefore more significant.
Yes. More costly. In fact, the point being made, and which I agree with Garvey on, that a pick six, right, is the ultimate demise of a quarterback.
Explain what is a pick six.
A pick six happens when a quarterback attempts a pass and it is intercepted, and the team that intercepted the ball ends up returning that ball for a touchdown.
Yeah, and Orville was trying to get him to understand that the person who picks up that ball still have work to do.
That's the point I was trying to make.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, he didn't realize.
I was trying to make the error. Nobody else now for do nothing. The goalkeeper if he catch the ball now, and the ball is drop over a line. Goal. With a quarterback error, even no matter how egregious is that error, somebody else will have to do something for the error to cost the team.
Right. Because we have seen where balls have been intercepted, and the attacking team who lost the ball end up stopping other player from scoring a touchdown.
Yes.
We have seen those, enough of those, right?
I don't know why you didn't want me to make that point, but
I want to be honest and true in the discussion. So the last time I called on the matter, I gave a figure, 180 plus thousand. The figure was incorrect, and I want to thank Cece, Rosie, for doing some good work and for correcting it. I actually added an extra zero that shouldn't be there in the figure to make it 100,000. So when you actually do the real numbers now, you're looking at about 14,000 something. When you break that down, you realize that pick sixes are less than 1% of the time in the NFL last year, right? So that's a true figure. We don't need to exaggerate the numbers to make the argument. So CC, big up yourself. I stand corrected, sir. Right? To Garvey's other point, in terms of the quarterback and the quarterback making an error, Garvey uses the Super Bowl to make the case. But the Super Bowl is one game.
Yeah.
It's one game. You know, if you take that and you use the World Cup finals, one game, the World Cup finals. Few of the World Cups that we have watched, the finals in the last 4 finals, have ended with a team winning by more than 2 goals, you know.
Yeah, and I was wondering why did he come with it? He mentioned that a team that goes behind in the NFL.
In the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Loses 88% of the time.
Oh, it's a Super Bowl record he gave us, preacher.
Right. And I'm saying the Super Bowl is
just
one game.
Yeah.
So if we're going to use parallels, the World Cup finals is one game.
No, but at the very least, although it is not the greatest of points, based on the fact that it's just one game. But at the very least, to complement his point, he should give us commensurately a team that goes behind in the World Cup final as well.
That's the point I'm making.
Right.
So when you go behind in a World Cup final, not many teams end up winning.
There you go.
So you know, so I'm saying, and we don't have to muddy the water. Obviously, I'm the muddy. I love muddy the water.
France went behind, eventually lost on penalties.
Yeah.
Croatia
prior to that.
Croatia went behind, lost 4-2.
They lost. The World Cup prior to that.
Argentina went behind, they lost. Netherlands went behind, they lost.
Exactly. So once you go behind, you know, in our World Cup final, you know, more times than not, probably 90% of the time, you're not going to win.
But that is what I wanted to bring into. I know
we just limit the discussion to a final in the sport. Probably soccer's numbers even far greater in terms of conceding a goal.
1986, Argentina led and won.
We don't need to make it more complicated and muddy the waters, as Garvey say I'm guilty of, and I don't know why. But anyway, quick on basketball. Jimmy Butler, I don't know if there's another basketball player who transforms Zidane when it comes to playoff time in the history of the sport, that is, like Jimmy Butler does. When you think of another
that does what?
That transforms himself in terms of his scoring and his game mastery.
Impact, I would say, what's the fellas from Denver? What's his name?
Murray.
Murray. I would say Murray.
Yeah, Murray has had some really good play. That bubble. You see that bubble?
Yes.
He was superb in the bubble.
When you see Murray in the playoffs, you think Murray is absolutely one of the very best 6-7 players in the game. So I think he would rival Jimmy Butler, maybe even better in terms of the jump from regular season to playoff dominance. Yeah, man.
Good point. But here's the difference with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has had the burden of leading teams. Murray hasn't had that. So Jimmy led Miami when he took them to a final, and he led them to conference finals and stuff. The Golden State Warriors last night in that fourth quarter, as the game, you know, was going ebbs and flows, Jimmy Butler became the go-to man because Steph wasn't having his best night.
Yeah.
And I think when the Warriors can have somebody like Jimmy Butler who can take the burden of Steph.
Well, you're talking about in the fourth quarter specifically, but if you look at the game all around there, he had a lot of help last night, and that's how you win championships.
Pudge, the little white guy.
Yes.
People call him the little white guy.
Buddy Hield was great last night as well.
Interestingly, Steve Kerr started Buddy Hield in this game.
Yeah, because he had the previous good game, you know?
Right. So coaching and making the adjustments and doing what needs to be done to kind of combat the physicality of the Houston Rockets team was evidence last night.
So the Golden State Warriors ended up with 4 players in double figures last night.
Yeah, with Steph only having 17 points.
Yeah.
And still being able to eke out that win. So, I mean, good win for the Warriors. Interesting. My Lakers are looking like they're on their way out. As I said in my text yesterday, LeBron tried. LeBron really tried. I saw Luka cried. You know what I mean? It's clear now that Shannon lied as my Lakers look fried.
All right, sir.
Man, get lyrical. Leave it there.
What if Lakers win tonight? Not tonight. Tomorrow night.
If Lakers win tonight.
Tomorrow night is the game.
If you get it right and Lakers win tomorrow night, then we're still in with a fight.
All right, hold tight. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Apply for your NHD refunds at nhd.gov.jm or via the NHD app. Do not click on any links offering to help you. The time by the NHD is
2 o'clock.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
Is your business ready for the future? Upgrade to Qualcomm Cloud Phone System. Enjoy seamless, crystal clear communication without the hassle of traditional phone lines. Our cloud-based solutions let you connect from anywhere and anytime. Experience the freedom and reliability of the cloud. Visit WalcomJ.com today or call 876-906-7240 and take your business communication to the next level.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back online and time for the music. Yes, indeed. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Dream in Color. This one is from Ryan Mark and Wayne Marshall, and it's called Follow You.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, or sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Come on, man. Wayne Marshall and Ryan Mark. You don't know, so when we attack God, we attack. Mighty God, we follow you.
I follow you round the world and back, and you never ever leave me off track. So you always show me the right way. Your goodness never gets stopped. You got my front, you got my back, you got my side, real top of top. Hey, you are the real general, and that's a fact.
No man no bigger than God. No man no bigger than God. Them think them mighty, but a man them a matter. No man no bigger than God. When man a plan, God a wipe out. When God a lead, don't have no doubt. From the east to the west to the north and the south, we are follow God's spirit all about.
I follow you round the world and back, and you never ever leave me off track. So you always show me the right way. Your guidance never gets stopped. You got my front, you got my back, you got my side, real top of top. Hey, you are the real general, and that's a fact. Hey, to God be the honor when the devil say come, me no follow. In the depths of evil, no for them a walla. Everywhere me go, me step with Jaja. When things get tight, make God be a spanner. Personal assistant, manager, planner. In the face of adversity, wave God banner. Call his name, Hosanna. I follow you round the world and back, and you never ever leave me off track. Say you always show me the right way. Your goodness never gets stopped. You got my front, you got my back, you got my side, real top of top. Yeah, you are the real general, and that's a fact.
God a lead, you know where me ever go. No matter if it just a say me ever go. If God not lead, then where me ever go. Or you for say God not real, where the enemy ever go. Now listen, hear them say so. No some of this because God don't say so. If me ever go astray, my offense right there so. Hey, Mr. Defense and him come on, kiss.
I follow you round the world and back, and you never ever leave me off track. Say you always show me the right way. Your goodness never gets stopped. You got my front, you got my back, you got my side, real top and top. Yeah, you are the real general, and that's a fact. That's okay.
How could we turn our backs against this God? This God has been more than good to us. He sent his only son so that we could have life and life more abundantly. When Marshall, let them know that Jesus is the only way, and we follow no other God but you.
I follow you round the world and back, and you never ever leave me off track. Say you always show me the right way. Your guidance never yet stopped. You got my front, you got my back, you got
track. Say you always show me the right way. Your goodness never gets stopped. You got my front, you got my back, you got my side, real top at top. Yeah, you are the real general, and that's a fact.
Jesus, I follow you.
All right, so that is Ryan Mark and Wayne Marshall. It's called Follow You. All right, so we go back online. Yeah, we do. Hello.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Dangerous in 5.
Oh, this is Dwight again.
Yeah, man. So, Orville, just to conclude, you said you entered a discussion where they were talking about the fortune, the importance of a position to a team's ability to win in a particular sport. And you went in there to talk about the wicket keeper when compared to 9 other players while they're fielded, right?
Yeah, because when the wicket keeper is not on the field, he's not a wicket keeper, you know. When his team is batting, he's not a wicket keeper.
But you didn't compare him to the 10 other players while he's on the field.
All right.
You decided to only compare him with 9 other players.
What do you think is the most important fielding position?
No. That's why the man who on the audience though. So you said that was the point that you're making.
The audience understand what you're saying. Understand.
So all along you were pivoting the position from the goalkeeper and saying similarly, the wicket keeper, when compared to some of the players who are on the field, he's the most important player.
What do you think is
one of the weakest points I've ever heard?
But what's the most important fielding position? Answer me that and win.
Go again.
What's the most important fielding position on a cricket?
No, man, no. I'm not getting that.
Oh, you're not
because I'm in a conversation. Because I'm in a conversation where we're trying to find the most important position.
And I'm asking the most important fielding position.
That's the debate, you know.
No, but me never debate that.
No, man, I'm not even interested in our debate as to whether or not the goalkeeper is the most important defender. I'm not interested in that.
All right.
I don't want to know whether or not the attacking midfielder is the most important attacking player.
All right.
I'm not interested in the debate whether I talk about whether or not who is the most important position in the team. That's how the debate only interested in. And you pick the wicket keeper, comparing him to just 9 players while he's fielding. Not even all 10. Interesting. No, different point. Orville. This cricketer that you mentioned in India.
Yeah.
Zidane?
Yes.
Amazing talent from what we have heard and all of that stuff.
Yes.
But you said, while sharing his story, you said that his father basically invested in terms of getting him training, getting him to cricket grounds and all them sort of stuff there.
First, his father loved
with him becoming great, with him becoming as great as he is right now.
Yeah.
What percentage would you give to his father? And what percentage would you give to the player himself?
A lot goes to his father. A lot will go to his father.
No, man, just give me the percentage.
He was a passionate cricketer. Maybe 50-50.
You would give it 50-50.
God, you would never
you wouldn't give it 85%.
With them 2 individual cases, yeah? Probably not.
So you wouldn't give it 85%.
Because the father...
One last thing.
Big man. I'm saying here is a father who loved cricket. Here is a son who his father infused him with the love of cricket. But the boy did have to get up and do the work. 400 and odd ball every day. And I'm saying...
Who tell her that his love the father loved cricket?
Then the father was a club cricketer, I know.
Who tell her that his love the father? You told us
the father is a club cricketer. Then why would you be a club cricketer if you don't love cricket?
Sir, then let me talk.
Yeah.
You came on the radio and you said the reason why adults do things
is because
normally for money. Wait. Normally for money, normally for power, normally for ratings and influence. You said that's the number one reason why adults do things.
Yeah, but I think the cricket when that player was money.
You said it's not passion.
Let me answer this something you're talking, man. The man,
Lord
Jesus. The man is a poor man. His father was a poor man who operated a shop. But he played some level at cricket at some club level.
So you don't think the father could have been looking out for his son's financial future and his family's financial future?
But the boy
looking to get his son in this cricket.
First of all, the father loved cricket.
IPL money.
The father loved cricket and he got the boy to love the sport.
We disagree, but I don't want to stay upon that, Orville. I want to stay upon the main point what I want. Because I don't say nothing to Zidane, but when I make him and Badger talk about that 85% between the two of them. But for you, though, Orville, suppose the father didn't have the means to get the cricket pitch and take him to training.
No, he's...
And the father... No, wait a man, listen to the question. Don't answer something else.
Yeah.
And he approached some rich man in the community. And the man said, listen to me. I will get training for your son, get gears for your son. I'll put him in an academy. I'll develop him. But listen, I own a cricket team. You see if this boy here come good. You see if this boy not amount to nothing. My loss. You see if this boy here amount to something. But I want to do with some of these IPL.
All right, to cut the thing short. All right, to cut the thing short. If a private man decide to take on the boy and sponsor him and thing, I think that private man should be entitled to some level of.
Excellent.
But the JCA is not a private entity.
No, one last question before I leave. Is the West Indies Cricket Board a company?
Not in the sense that an individual is. The West Indies Cricket Board is there.
It is, but we can discuss that.
We discuss that
Dangerous
another
in 5-0. No, Dangerous in 5-0. We'll discuss that
I don't
tomorrow.
know.
It's a company.
I don't know how dangerous your word is.
It's a registered company. But we'll discuss that tomorrow. All right, big man? Talk to you. Big up. Zidane, respect.
Big up. Dangerous in 5.
No, that the right is done. While I not agree with him, West Indies thing, but clearly if a private man say, boy, Mr. say your son good enough. Me, I got to take him on as an individual, not as the West Indies Cricket Board, whose mandate is to take on, is to help cricket. This private man, if him take on your son and buy gears, give him and thing, and find coaching, give him pay for and thing, then clearly that's a different argument to the West Indies Board or the JCA taking on cricket. I don't know how Dwight understand, but Dwight is being Dwight. Anyway, we could go back online. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
Ace here. Good afternoon, Zidane, Orville, and...
How are you doing, Ace?
Yeah. So I want to just recap with some NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, as I said, the East basically set for semifinals. I said, wouldn't you agree, Zidane?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So now we should get some more interesting matchups.
Over the East now, yes.
Over the East. But as I always say, Boston all the way, and I'm really looking good to go all the way for me and win it all. But let's switch over to the West now. So for the West, I was looking at from earlier the Nuggets and Clippers series, and which is again we'll have it later tonight. And I believe that the Nuggets and the Clippers, whoever win that series, will eventually be the winners of the West. Because that is my belief.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lakers, I had expected them to meet the Lakers in the conference finals of the West. But you see what's happening with the Lakers now. And what had happened with the Lakers, I never picked them to win the conference finals, is what is happening to them at this very juncture, which I never expect to happen so early. Because, Luka and LeBron, it's hard to really bet against it. But what I was worried about, where it's head up very early as it regards to Reddick's, the coach's experience in a playoff, as well as the depth of the team, especially in the big man area. And I still believe that they could have even won the last game doing it, and that proved to Reddick's inexperience, because I don't know how comes you reach a point where you play LeBron James the entire fourth quarter. That is just ridiculous.
It's not the entire, man played the entire half.
Yes,
no rest.
The entire half. That is ridiculous.
And Luka is not known for that sort of thing, and he did it to him as well. Even though he's younger, much younger than him prime, but Luka is not known for being a player that can play that long without a rest.
Yeah, and one of the things that will also kind of go under the radar with Luka, because he started so well, is that he missed a lot of games, and the conditioning to play playoffs is a different type of conditioning.
We should find a way to give him a minute or two.
Especially
when they went up by 12, man.
Bad coaching, right?
Yeah, man, that wasn't great from Jay.
But when I got the Timberwolves again, them kind of show that them get a chip on their shoulder, like them say, yo, don't forget that we were in the conference finals last year, and they still have a good amount of the core of the team, and Randall has doing well as
very well. I think that has been that's why a lot of people never expected him to play this well.
Yeah. And the sixth man of the year last year continued to make some real. Him is a clutch 3-point shooter, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man. Nasrid.
Nasrid, and his length make him difficult to guard as well.
Yeah.
So them have that going, but yeah, that is interesting to see if them can really bounce back. But Timber was really remind people that they are still here. But I think them don't have enough to beat Warriors.
We at the break. We're going to give them a minute.
You think so? Hold the line. Hold the line. That is an interesting one. Hold the line. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Greetings to your listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
Stop the sneeze. Grab some DPH.
I'm congested. DPH.
DPH. Mommy, I have a runny nose.
Come and take some DPH.
Getting rid of a cold or allergies is easy. Take DPH in adult or children's formulation and eliminate your sniffling, coughing, sneezing, and itching. DPH. Minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief. Another great product from the Caramed Group.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. And back with your ace.
Yeah.
So the Wolves were in the conference finals last year. They pretty much have the same team. I think they get tougher with Randall being there.
Yeah.
And they are physical, top 10 in defense and offense. They will have home court. Why are you giving the Warriors the victory so easily?
The reason why I give the Warriors the victory so easy, what I like with the Warriors is, all right, so, you know, Steph Curry, right? And I think Jimmy and Draymond Green creates a different energy. Them have which matches the intensity of the Wolves, right? Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green intensity matches that intensity.
Well, the intensity of the Wolves, the intensity of the Wolves is much younger, though, my boss.
Huh?
The Wolves can bring it for longer. They are younger players.
Well, I think them smart. The smartness with the Warriors will use them IQ to level that. And also, what I like with Golden State as well, that they have a lot of shooting help in the 3-point department. Like Brandon yesterday was like 6 from 11. He shot the 3-point 54%. Body Hield, he can improve.
Well, body Hield them fluctuate, man. You can't depend on body.
But he can improve, and as it rises, I believe the intensity for them.
How much would have Golden State winning in?
It will be 6.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound like easy. I
think it's not easy. No, we won't do that.
Well, you're a brave man.
Acting, but
it would have to be a significant drop off. I would think Wolves would start that series favorites.
Yeah, they will start it favorite, but I see an upset on that one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, definitely would see an upset. But to close though, I'd like to just quickly about the whole wicket keeping position situation, right? And my take on it is I agree with the whole argument of the importance of the wicket keeper, it being the most important fielding position and as a fielding position. And I back that up with saying that for most bowling wicket comes from catches, right? Highest percentage of bowling wickets come from catches. And the highest percent of catches come from the wicket keeper. And that make it very, very important.
It's simple, my boss. The bowler is not put in his position because of his ability to.
Yeah.
Because of his ability to field.
Yeah.
So the bowler is there not because of his ability to field. He's there because of his ability to apply another skill, and that skill is bowling.
Exactly.
All the other positions, they are there because of their ability to field.
Yeah. And to me, in an ideal world of cricket, everybody would like a full cricket team that everybody can bat and everybody can bowl.
Yeah, man.
But the whole technicality of having a secure wicket keeper, you cannot downplay that at all.
No, but the way it is trying to deceive everybody.
I think most people, as my grandmother always said, just come on just to be disagreeable.
Yeah, the White is a strange fella.
All right, I can leave it.
Right, that's it for me.
All right, Ace.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Big up. Good call.
Yeah.
All right, make we go back online. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Correction.
Good afternoon.
Man, am I hear me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you.
Man. Oh, it's not open. So I want the background.
Yeah, man, we're hearing you still.
Right. You're discussing Warriors versus T-Wolves already. Like of the great man, LeBron, and the generational talent upcoming Luka.
3-1 hard to come back from, man. 3-1 difficult to come back from,
Yes, it's difficult, but
if LeBron,
I believe if there's a duo,
yes,
I believe if there's a duo that can do it, it is the Lakers. And I don't think this series is over. I think this series might be decided.
Well, I could say if Lakers can win a home game now.
At game 7.
I could say if Lakers can win a home game now.
I have not written off the Lakers as yet. Put it squarely that way. You understand?
Well, there's some logic to it because Lakers are going back home now, and they have a fantastic home record. They're desperate. They think they can win that game.
Right.
Yes, a 3-2 now. The pressure is on the young team too. Well, they're not really a young team, but they're not a well-oiled machine. For them to close.
Right.
And we saw them last year. Hopefully they didn't learn from what happened last year. Remember, they had a 3 lead and it went with 7 games. So, oh no.
Exactly. And another thing, if you look on there,
we are here at Echo.
Yeah, you're at Echo.
Nicholas. Hello?
Your feedback will come back.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
Miss B, there's something happening about that. Are we hearing it clearly over here, son? The feedback.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, man, it is still there.
It sounds weird. Well, you want to hang up and try to call us back correction?
Yeah,
man. I can't.
Yeah, but why would that be all of a sudden start major? I could try another, or is just this might be what it is the rest of the show.
Well, because correction is not supposed to hear me, so it's definitely from our standpoint. All
right, so I see cat and all right, so I'm not hearing it now, so that's probably a good sign. All right, we go back on. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, this is Baggio. Are we not hearing nothing?
Yeah, man.
All right.
No. Thank God, because we couldn't take clear correction 2 times. Very much. Somebody touch the reverb on the mic, man. you know, when you call echo.
Yeah.
The reverb. Yeah, accidentally. When my boy was drinking his juice, him hand bounced the reverb. So, can't fix it, though.
Oh,
good
yeah.
work,
It sounds better now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Zizu!
Yes, Badger the Great.
Oh, go on, brother. Hey, Zidane. One thing still, is when somebody come into an argument or discussion, then that they not really get the full understanding and knowledge of. You can guide them in that. You don't have to make them just a rant so and just go down a road and discuss something where was not being discussed. You understand?
I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're talking.
I know. So let's just after I was talking about Diego, you make Diego go down a road there where nobody was saying. You understand?
Yeah, but maybe because he hasn't heard you giving Krugerwall any credit.
Well, he could ask for that still. So let us go back down now. Let us examine that.
You're giving Butler credit?
Yeah, man.
How much credit are you giving him?
I'm gonna say maybe 30%, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
But let us before we discuss my part, let us examine yours again, just for a recap, right? You give Butler 85% for
for football than Leon Bailey.
Yeah, no problem. But do you realize that what Craig Butler did would go under the bracket of administration?
What does that have nothing to do with me, Bashir?
No, let's ask you.
I don't know what you're I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. I know that Craig Butler is a man who hold on, let me complete my sentence then upon the radio and a pass. I'm saying Craig Butler, I know Craig Butler as somebody who developed footballers. That's what is known to me. That's what I know.
Right.
Yes.
Good. So let me ask a question now. Could Craig Butler develop Leon Bailey without going to those places? The Genk and the Malta.
Well, Whisper didn't go to Genk or Malta. And I think Whisper is better than Leon Bailey at the same stage.
Oh, okay. And I'm saying to you, listen again. So, all right. So listen again. Oh, remember now. So you are saying that when Craig Butler went to Genk with Leon Bailey, right?
Yeah.
He was the one who was teaching him in the academy what to do.
I already addressed that, you know.
But I remember what you said.
I said I'm giving Craig Butler the credit for.
I know you're giving him, but what I'm
taking Leon Bailey. I understand how good he is. Removing from the schoolboy football system here in Jamaica.
Right.
And getting into Europe. Part of the development.
No, right. So, but that is part of.
Yes.
So when he went here, any coach there teach Leon Bailey anything?
I'm giving Craig Butler that credit.
You're giving Craig Butler the credit
yes.
for what the coaching.
So him getting that percentage. Yes.
All right, so let me ask a question, right? Are you giving Craig Butler any marking down for his son or anybody else who would wait the same route like Leon Bailey and never gonna?
No.
Because it's against what you're not getting no credit for that.
No.
You're not marking down for that.
No.
Why?
Because if you're not special, they're not special.
Oh, so 50% was special.
Oh, who's was 50%?
Leon Bailey is 50%. 50%
no.
is
listen, let me go back again for you. Can you say you're a child? All right. I don't believe Leon Bailey at 10 years old.
Let me
talk now, sir.
When you have 15%, I get it 5%.
For example, hold on, let me talk now, sir. I don't know if Leon Bailey at 8 years old was more talented than Walter Boyd at 8 years old. I believe now, if Walter Boyd had a Craig Butler in his life at 6 and 7 and 8 years, I believe that Walter Boyd would end up at the level of Leon Bailey that Leon Bailey is at right now. So I believe that in the context of Jamaica football, Craig Butler, I'll get a whole heap of credit than him.
You tell, whole heap is not a number. Tell me that.
So a lot of raw talent come through Jamaica, you know, and then they reach nowhere, you know, because they didn't have somebody like Craig Butler.
Right. And I'm asking, one question I'm asking, you know, if it's 15% special, because you say a 15% you're giving.
I'm giving Craig Butler 85% of where Leon Bailey is at in his career now. That's not
all right.
Big up yourselves.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right, we'll leave it right there. What we saying now, Miss B? Miss B is back on that. Hello. What's happening?
Hello?
Yes, back with corrections. Yes.
Yeah, man. Now you hear me better now?
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Right. So I'm saying, Zidane, if you look at the games, many of the two losses, two recent losses, you can really put them down to Lakers really blundering and not closing out the game.
Yeah, man. Some look silly turnovers and all them something. Yeah, man.
Right. So it's not a case where Minnesota have really stamped their dominance and say this is a better team than the Lakers.
Yeah,
no.
It's really Ant-Man finding a way to execute in those close games better than Luka.
And basically pouncing on the failures of the Lakers.
Yes.
Right? So I believe with the Lakers going back home, if they can put it all together, put a full game together rather, and win at home, then as you say, pressure will now be starting to tilt on the Timberwolves to close out that game at their home court.
Yeah, man. Let's see how they can handle that pressure. Yeah.
Once it goes to a 7-game series, anything can happen.
Yeah, the pressure is on the Lakers tomorrow night at home, you know, to stave off relegation, elimination, you know. By the way, LeBron James is the greatest performer in elimination game, and even greater than Michael Jordan. So let's see.
I have not put a full stop on that series at all.
Which team you did pick? Which team you did pick to reach the different final conference finals again?
Are the Warriors and the Lakers.
All right. So how much of what you're saying now is just sticking to the pick where you did have from start, and how much of that is just proper analysis?
If you listen to my argument again, if it was a case where I saw Timberwolves really outplaying the Lakers, I would say no, it's done.
No, we know you're not afraid for changing it. So I know that you're really genuine. You genuinely believe that the Lakers still can win it.
All right.
Because we know you're not ramp when you're ready for change. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So nobody can accuse that.
I don't think the Timberwolves really outplaying the Lakers to say the Timberwolves are better than the Lakers. The Lakers just fail to close out games.
Let me tell you something though. Yesterday the more I said Timberwolves in another series, yeah. The more me rate a little boy when he in DeAndre Higgins. 2 years ago, or a little over a year ago, when the youth sit down in was it in the studio? I may ask him who I'm favorite player in the NBA. And him said Anthony Edwards from down at Timberwolves. I've known of the youth, but I never realized he was this good. That youth there is the youth that opened my eyes to how good that brother really is. And I think prior to then, he wasn't getting the kind of credit where I think him really deserved. I don't know, but the Ant-Man is becoming one of the players in the league where you can't ignore.
Yeah, man. Ant-Man, you can put him right up there.
Yeah, man.
Me never realized he has him good.
Top 5, man. Remember, this team is top 10 in offense and defense, and he's integral to that.
This young man is a killer.
Yeah.
This young man doesn't know what the name fear. He doesn't know fear.
Exactly. That's the point I was about to make. Since the youth kind of put me onto him, I realized it's not the skills, not the ability to throw and pass and assist. And he has a mindset when we kind of like them player that we stay that way.
Yeah, man.
In every sport. Yeah,
man. Right. All right. Now, Higgins.
Yes, sir.
This argument about the wicketkeeper and being how you put it?
The most important fielding position.
Important fielding position.
Yeah.
Why the man them a Jim screech around the word fielding?
I don't know. Because the wicketkeeper could be the most important any other position but fielding position. When the wicketkeeper team in the pavilion, him now a batsman then.
Me hear Zidane ask a question to a brother, a caller. Call himself CC. Yes. Ask him when the bowler bowling the ball, what is he called?
The man stutter, stumble. And then same don't know.
CC same don't know what the thing is called.
That was a drop my question yesterday. You correct that?
Yeah, Mr. The man dead, brother. The man stone dead. Stone dead when the question they stick him up. Yeah, understand?
Yeah.
The man them just disingenuous.
Yes, indeed. And yes.
The man them know what the argument is about and the crux of the matter. It's like them man go over the weekend and say, oh, me can bob and weave out of this one. Instead of just come and say, gentlemen, say, one attack, say, I saw it go.
Simple. Me don't know
you get what I'm saying?
Listen, there are times when me can predict where the arguments them will go, and there are days when I can't. Because I can't honestly believe. Well, it's Dwight Chataway at all. But me couldn't believe when me said the wicketkeeper are the most important man. Are the most important man when you're in the field. As a fielding position. Because the bowler is not there because of his ability to field. When you say you go bowl, what you are asking him to do now is not to field anymore.
No,
that is not his role at that point. The bowler has a role. The wicketkeeper is a position. And there is a difference to be made between your role and your position. The bowler has a role, my boss. The wicketkeeper has a position. Now, basic something that, man.
Me feel it. When the man get out of the road with them come on the radio.
But I mean, I know.
Make the man them go at such length and depth to try win one argument.
I know, brother.
Speaking of brother, me I want if the man them have a 95, I've never heard something off of when them call on the program, because they can't sit through the thing party. So some oppose. Understand?
Yeah, break up though. Yeah, break up. breaking up.
Break up. I'm leave it here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man. Nice to the call from you today, this afternoon. Correction. Yeah, man.
All right. How we staying on Miss B? We take the break or we go back on? Take the break. All right, we're coming.
It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as the Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's a 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, a 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally, where your afternoon will get better going into the evening and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
Stop the sneeze. Grab some DPH.
I'm congested. DPH.
DPH. Mommy, I have a runny nose.
Come and take some DPH.
Getting rid of a cold or allergies is easy. Take DPH in adult or children's formulation and eliminate your sniffling, coughing, sneezing, and itching. DPH. Minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief. Another great product from the Caramed Group.
Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we go back in line. Hello.
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 Yes.
Yes.
This is what this again. Hello.
Yeah, man. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man. Remind me of the name again.
May I say, if this is the show, man, this is the show. Sports Dex.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah, man.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. I watch Champion League and I listen to them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is the show set speed, eh?
Arsenal coming into their own now, just created a great chance, but a good save from Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the show. Yeah, watch the game today.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. But I'm watching the game too, but the way it sounds, it seems like it's a different game I watch. I don't think the game is that one-sided to PSG.
No, man, I never. What did I say?
The way you say, boy, look so good for
man, no way, one of them man getting away, attacking church still, man.
But that's how football is, you just take a
no, man, when the game I play different now.
Yeah.
In a look as bad now.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal are coming to their own now and create a good chance a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yesterday I wanted to call. I was watching this little youth here from India. This little 14-year-old kid, a child.
Yes.
as I hear you right, to say that, and I agree with you. He's not even young; he's a child.
Yes.
And boy, Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
Mm-hmm.
That is a name that one must remember because trust me, the youth come out there and play the way me see him play that little youth. I always admire any youth who come with great talent, and something that I always
always talk about and big up, you know? Anytime I see a youth like that, I don't care which country him come from, what nationality, something that I really admire. And I say, I have to call the show and big him up, and I hear one or two people say a thing or two, you know, but that youth is special, trust me. The braveness, I am thinking that he's too young to have nerve, and perhaps him not old enough to appreciate and you know, and understand disrespect. Because when you look at a man like Ishan Kishan,
yes,
Ishan Sharma and Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan are the wizard spinner, you know, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And those kind of guy. You just look them like them not exist, you know what I mean? It's something special, you know. And trust me, when I watch it, I say, wow, you know. But at 14, I am saying to myself, if he was in Jamaica, could he get a contract? Is there some law against our kids at that age that they probably wouldn't be able to sign with the school system saying that you know that kind of thing? I don't know.
Get a contract with the JCA?
No man, get a professional contract.
With whom?
A professional contract you have, you know, with Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, sure. You sure?
Yeah man, 200 odd thousand whatever rupee or whatever.
It's a 1.1. What is something name?
Rupee, rupee.
Why the currency name?
Yeah,
1.1 million, whatever the name of the currency.
Yeah, but as I said, a 14-year-old, that couldn't happen in Jamaica. I don't think that could take place in Jamaica. Regardless of how talented that kid would have been.
I don't know what the rules are for cricket, but in football, I don't think you could sign a professional contract at 14.
No, I think we have some laws against that. But boy, this youth is special, you know.
But you know, one of the things I'm thinking, doing, I believe that more 14 and 15 and 16-year-olds could develop like this, you know. But guess what? The average parent not going to take this route. This youth here clearly never got to the traditional thing about going to school and them something. Here is a youth. If this youth did have to go at a traditional school and thing, their youth here probably wouldn't be as developed as this at this age. But this parents here say, listen, well, I don't know what school is like in a theme part of India. One place in Bahiri or something like that.
Yeah, man, some place, man, because the guy, you know.
Clearly the parents say, listen, a cricket you can play from your 8-year-old. You're going back 450 ball every day. We're going to send you one specialist coach 3 hours away. Whole day the mother pack lunch for both him and the coaches and thing. This is not the normal upbringing for a normal little boy. So could we have other teenagers developing like that if they went this route? You never know.
Orville is a story because it sounds like a friend of about 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Play cricket according to what the guy said. Because I was listening carefully, you know, because I was listening carefully because I saw him last week and I said, even though he never met the half century, I was watching him and I said, this youth is really 14. You know what I mean? I was fascinated with it because it's something that I really admire. But no, having seen everything coming out, boy, trust me, it's a story. And that's an inspiration, you know. Yeah. Any 14-year-old in a big country like India, this is a serious inspiration, opening up a whole leap.
It's not him one, you know. There's several of the current Indian cricketers, and the IPL is the main reason behind it.
Yes.
Where them family poor, and the family say, one way that you can come out of poverty is to just cut down on this traditional schooling thing and go learn trade and with us. You ever see some little 7-year-old Indian little boy in the nets?
Yeah, man, and you see them in the stands, all them are watching.
Right, so I'm saying parents are seeing this now as a way out for the little youth. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a whole host of them little kind of youth.
No, sir, this is not normal because listen to me, you know, this youth, you know, is a millionaire now, you know. Since it's a century way make.
But the point I'm making though, it's not normal. 14 or 14. 14 you're a little boy. But I'm saying, if you are a big enough kid and that's all you do all your life, you not go school, you not play no other sport, you not no video game. I mean, for me, I feel you would not go be that good at 15 at nothing. Because I'm going to spend 6 hours a day go to school. That you have to spend 6 hours a day a liquid cricket ball.
Yeah, I think him have an advantage by being so young. Because him really no understand what this is.
We could have, you know what I mean? But they're the parents that say, well, if the cricket not work, well, in coming at the shop. My father own a shop, you know?
Yeah, so. Well, at least them own something, but them own a lot more now, you know.
Yeah,
I want to just chime on quickly on Asafa before I go. The Asafa thing, the whole business with Asafa and all of that. All I want to say, is that go easy with Asafa, because Asafa actually get a gift in his legs, not with his brains. You understand me? So, and it's obvious, no disrespect, but Asafa need to understand also that he is seen as a celebrity, and people love Asafa. But them rate Usain Bolt. People love Asafa Powell. And when Asafa come out and say Jamaican, this are Ray. Asafa really not understand himself. This is Asafa Powell Jamaican love, especially the women. They don't rate Usain Bolt and appreciate Usain Bolt's achievement and all of that. But Asafa is the one where the Jamaican people love. So me, Asafa come out and talk them thing there. Me say that, brother, Virgin, Asafa, take my foolish advice. Don't destroy your capital. Because not money is capital. It's the way you're perceived in society. It's how you establish yourself and how you trad. Well, why do you destroy that? And no matter how much nationality your kids them have or whatever, it's Jamaican that put you on the map. And stop mash up your own capital. You have a great opportunity, even though it's not too late.
I hear somebody saying that the countries that he mentioned, they don't pay athletes well enough.
Look here, man. Let me not have to check them things there too, man. I don't just talk things there, I don't want to say that. But what may I say? The man have a great opportunity with him brand. And him open the floodgate, And others come after him and set up and establish all kind of thing and doing very well. Asafa, you can do that. I know people with talent who before you talent and them don't have nothing to show. You have a lot to show. Many cars and all of that, and you're still a celebrity, and Jamaican people love you, my brother. Stop, mash up your own capital and talk these stupid things. Be careful of what you say. You're seen as a role model, and that is what is expected of you. And that is why people like me and many others are so pissed when you come out and talk like you don't have a brain. You understand me? Be careful of what you do, brother. Respect.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, fantastic. Big up.
All right.
I didn't hear from him for a while, but glad to hear from him again.
Yeah, man. We go back online.
Hello?
Yes.
Now you hear me?
Yeah,
man.
Oh, this is CC.
Yeah, CC. Orville, we arrested something earlier. I would say a son 2 years ago. In terms of Anthony Edwards. And I also heard you on the station saying that it's your son picking the game. So more understand. If your son have so much faith in Anthony Edwards, how comes him go in pick Lakers?
Maybe because him think Lakers is a better team, but Anthony Edwards is a special player.
No, but last year, all right, so the Timberwolves team last year when
Me give you the right answer, my boy.
CC, come on now, man.
Jesus Christ.
Me can identify a top player, man, and pick a different team to win the series, my boss.
The simple thing that, brother, you would think Anthony Edwards, and this is last year, by the way. So I don't know if him saying was his favorite player, Then you can have your favorite player and still think another team will beat the team with your favorite player. What kind of question that, brother?
No, the question simply because I'm saying to you, last year you saw what the player did along with his team. And the team hasn't really changed as much, marking two
But most people, almost all the experts pick Lakers. Everybody pick Lakers to win the series.
No, not everybody.
Who pick you?
Not everybody. I never pick Lakers. So
no, man, you knock out, man.
Oh, so me knock out.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Hold on, man. I have the receipts. 2 years ago, first round. Yep. Let me talk now. CC, let me talk.
Do not try that.
CC. CC, let me talk now, CC. Hold on, no, CC, man. Please allow me.
2 years ago.
Listeners, 2 years ago, first round, Lakers, Minnesota, Memphis. CC picked Memphis. Second round, Lakers versus, hold on, let me talk now, sir. Warriors versus Lakers, second round. CC picked the Warriors. Conference final, Lakers versus Denver, CC picked Denver. Last year again, Lakers, Denver, CC picked Denver. And this year, CC, every single time Lakers are playing because of LeBron James, you pick against the Lakers, it's not because of any objective analysis. You're not getting any credit for it.
No, hold on.
You're not getting any credit from the prediction, my boss. You are just a LeBron hater. No respect for you for your prediction.
So that is all you trying to pay.
I am saying to you, once LeBron James on a team, you will pick against the team. So you're not getting no credit for that prediction. Sorry, sir.
You just want to
Me don't talk now. You don't talk
now?
Yes.
You were on the radio saying that scoring titles doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
What is how that come in at this conversation?
No, man. No, you bring a whole yes.
No, it's you mentioned. Is you mentioned?
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, man.
Yes, yes.
Hold on. You get your soliloquy.
Yes.
So let me get mine. When you say scoring titles don't matter, and then you.
I said that. Gone?
You get your time to speak.
No, yes. You said I said scoring
so
what?
now me I get my time.
No.
I said scoring titles don't matter.
What was the context? What were we discussing though? You have to give the context though of the discussion.
This is the problem.
Yeah, but you're saying I said scoring titles don't matter. I want to know the context of the discussion.
Everybody pick Lakers, and I told you I don't pick Lakers.
No, you don't count CC. You never pick. You can't pick against the Lakers every single time they're playing in our playoff series. They pick against the Lakers. It's a given that you are going to pick against them. It's not because of any great analysis and insight.
The Lakers were playing.
Me don't want to hear anything. CC, you don't count when it comes out to the Lakers. Hold the line. You're not credible when it comes out to the Lakers, my boss. Hold the line, CC. Hold the line. We take a break. Don't move. We're coming back.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
Set the trend, set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocho Rios, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so you know the song coming up in a minute from now, but we finish up with season.
Finish up the point. 2 years ago, listen, Zidane picked the Lakers, who was the 7th place team, picked the Lakers first round, picked the Lakers second round, picked the Lakers against Denver. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming into the next year, last year, he picked Lakers like
I didn't. No. You're wrong. You're wrong.
What did you?
I picked Denver last year, so I learned.
So where's the receipt?
Hold on, no. I have all the receipts, you know. The first year.
So why did
hold
you
on,
pick
CC.
Lakers against Denver
Hold on,
in the
CC.
conference final?
Hold on, CC.
Why did you pick? One on the man. I'm asking you, why did you pick Lakers against Denver in the conference final?
All right, so hold on, no. The Lakers. Let me talk. So you ask me a question, and so you ask me. I'm saying to you, I picked Lakers in the first round last year. I was right. I picked Lakers not last year, the year before. I picked Lakers against the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors, and they won. I was right. I picked them in the conference round because they knocked out the defending champions. The Denver Nuggets destroyed them.
No, you picked them because they're LeBron.
No, I'm saying to you, but I did not pick them. But I didn't. Well, hold on, my boss. Listen, a clown. I did not pick them the following year. But unlike you. Dummy. All right. All right. Him clear the trigger. Him clear the trigger.
No, me clear the trigger. You say clown.
No.
I said idiot and dummy.
No, but the way you're too. No.
Address me.
No, I don't find it disrespectful. No, I don't find it disrespectful because I know I'm not a clown. So I don't find it disrespectful. You just attack because no, you're hurt. You're hurt. Because I'm sure you're on the radio.
You hurt.
Because you never come talk about this, you know.
You're a LeBron.
But I did not pick Lakers last year. All right, Jen. But I did not pick. You lied. See, I'm not going to come on the radio, come tell lies. Let's say the bowler is a part of the restriction, you know. You need to apologize to listeners for that, you know.
You own the reason you pick LeBron is because you're a LeBron.
I did not pick LeBron last year.
You're a big man.
I did not pick LeBron last year, and I did not pick LeBron in 2022. See. Anyways, we gone. You're triggered. We gone.
You cannot be giving things because you love a man.
We gone, man. People, him triggered. What is the truth? Him can't try that carry for me because I picked Denver to win last year. I realized that Denver have Lakers number, so I say Lakers dead and pick Denver. He, however, every single time the Lakers is playing, him pick against the Lakers. No analysis, he must hate LeBron James. That's a reality. It's not every year I pick LeBron James. I didn't pick them in 2022 when the Warriors won.
All right, we take the tune. All right, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people dreaming color. We can take some text after that. I said the text line overloaded. All right, this one is from George Nooks. And it's called You Are God.
You're worthy to be praised. Yeah, you are God, holy and righteous. You are God, yeah, you are God. You are God, holy and righteous. You are God. You are God. Your birthday to be praised. So worthy, so worthy. For your mercy and grace. We worship your name. Your name remains the same. Yeah, you are God, holy and righteous. You are God. Yeah. You are God. You are God. So holy and righteous. You are God. You are God. We lift up our hands and bow in your presence. We glorify your name, cause you're worthy to be praised. You are God, so holy and righteous. You are God. You are God. You are God. Holy and righteous. You are God. The true and living God. Yeah.
All right, so You Are God by George Nooks is our second selection for today. Big up to Edge Campaigns for people dreaming color. Let's hear what the texters have got to say. Nick, and try the texters. And here we are going another text.
Text message. It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
I noticed something with CC, Dwight, and others. Whenever they ask a question and they get the right answer, they won't just accept and move on. They get so stunned that it's like they lose common sense for a minute. Is it a win argument problem them have? They get stunned.
Yeah, I don't understand how. So the youngster was asked, because it was at a time when they were asking in NBA, who going to take over the league. So he was asked about who the player he thinks he's going to take the league forward. That's going to be that guy.
Oh, that was the content.
Yes.
Okay.
And he said he likes Anthony Edwards for it. That very same playoff. This was before the playoff now. Anthony Edwards went on in that very same playoff and just destroyed Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Beat up Nikola Jokic and the other guy. He then said he was tired in the conference side. So it was, you get the president to say, whoa, we didn't realize that this guy was this good. And he came back again and showed it to see. Why is CC hating on the youngster? Because he never make no sense like that yet. CC, stop it.
All right, here's another one. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Big up and congrats to all Liverpoolians from Flack. Whenever Garvey and Badger call, just let them talk for their 5 minutes. Twins of Jack, I'm not sure, but this is Trevor.
No, man, Badger not so bad, man. Badger give you a little chance with that.
Twins of Jack. Well, all right. This is from Trevor from Kingston. Garvey is a huge empty barrel and clearly a lunatic both at once. Ah, boy. Let me say, the views of the texters doesn't necessarily reflect the views of the sports desk. A pure rubbish Garvey come talking. That's another one. Zidane did say that ball and cart is rare. I was saying then that this brother don't know nothing about cricket, only to hear my switch his mouth to say otherwise.
No, Texter, you have it wrong, man. I said it was the rarest form of being caught. Because remember, they were making the point that bowlers can eventually, after the ball, do some feeling and saying, but yeah, they can stop the ball if it pass them, or they might catch you. And I'm saying ball and cart is the rarest form of being caught. Oh, that's what I said. I explained it as well.
All right. CC argue like an ignoramus to cricket, or he makes himself look stupid because of the idiotic questions and remarks he uttered. This is Peter Gordon from Manville. Peter Gordon, I would love you to call the program. I will always look at your text and figure you'll be an interesting caller. CC this. Why isn't the goalkeeper included in our team's formation? Bowling, fielding, and batting are three specialized roles in cricket. The most important fielding position is a wicket keeper or wicket keeping. The most important playing position in football is the goalkeeper. It's the same concept. Why some people reason so this is real OG from Houston. A real OG from Houston College. We go back online. Hello.
Thank you, man. Good afternoon.
G-Star?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm decent, you know. You enjoyed the Earth Strong? Hope you did.
Yes, man. I want to tell you, I play a little cricket match yesterday too, you know. Stroke of 14 not out and the rain coming up. Was a scratch a little 14 still. I'm not going to tell a lie. They dropped me one at the time, but it looked like me can't come out of retirement.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Scratch a little 14 that's in the rain.
So I was told that I'm being a hypocrite because I said that there's a win argument culture on the sports desk and I don't too like it, right?
No, that's not why he called it.
No, man, I beat them and finish the statement. And then I too am trying to win an argument.
I dare you.
Right? So I'm going to get to that shortly. No, Mr. Higgins, let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
This genesis of the whole thing is about who is the most important position, goalkeeper, quarterback, right?
Yes.
And then I proceeded to give it a definition of important and influence and important. You get that picture. Then you proceeded, and I asked you, name me a time where something or someone in an organization or a team is more influential, but he's not more important, right? Now, the truth is, you never mentioned no fielding position, you know. But fine. You want to say fielding position.
Didn't I say when the people blamed up on the field, my bad?
No, hold on, Zidane.
Hold on, I'm not getting involved.
Please, let me finish.
I'm not going to get involved.
All right, go ahead.
I'm saying, when the wicketkeeper example came up, you were not the caller on it. Was Garvey who was on.
Okay, here. All right, fine. But here's the thing now. If Mr. Higgins is telling the truth, it will add up. If he's not telling the truth, it won't add up. Mr. Higgins, you said that the wicketkeeper is the most important fielding position on the field, right?
Yeah.
What's the most influential fielding position on the field?
The wicketkeeper.
So why did you give an example that the wicketkeeper is more important, but the bowler is more influential? And why?
I'm not sure you understand that. The bowler is the more.
You said the bowler is more influential and the wicketkeeper is more important. Those are your words, sir, not mine. Is it adding up? Zidane, is that adding up to you?
Bowler is the most.
Yeah, but see, this is what happens, gentlemen preacher. This is what happens when you take your cue from a win argument specialist when honesty and integrity is not involved.
Did I say the bowler was the most influential as
Yes,
an individual
you did.
bowler?
Yes, you did. Zidane is right beside you. He'll tell you.
I said that.
I remember.
As a one-half bowler?
Mr. Higgins, you don't forget back.
Or did I say bowler? Did I say one bowler more important than the keeper?
What would it be, 1,000 bowlers?
No. I don't know. I don't remember if I said.
But this is what happens when you go against G-Star. You're not telling the truth. You get exposed. No, it's preacher's turn. No, man. It's preacher's turn. No. Oh, it's not your turn? You want to keep going? Preacher, just wait your turn.
Wait your turn.
Because the burial is forwarding.
Usually, you see, for example, if the wicketkeeper takes 6 catches in the game, are the bowlers going to get the credit? No.
Mr. Higgins, it no matter what you say. You said the wicketkeeper is more influential and is more important. Case closed.
I said the wicketkeeper is the bowler. Tell me what I said.
No, man. Just work wheel and come back. No, man. Wheel and come back, man, Mr. Higgins. Wheel and come back.
Tell me what I said. No, so maybe you're
right.
What did I say?
To reiterate.
Yeah. No. Tell me what me said.
That the bowler is more important. No, the bowler is more influential, but the wicketkeeper is more important.
But I wasn't considering the wicketkeeper fielding position. I mean the bowler fielding position.
So why did you mention the bowler then? If you're being honest.
No, I'm saying the wicketkeeper is the most important fielding position.
Yeah. So why did you mention the bowler being more influential?
Because now for me the bowler is in a different category.
You see what you're doing again? You're changing the bowler. Let's tell the truth, no man. Let me move on to preacher.
No. That's not going. You're not going to run past me. We're coming back to G-Star after the
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Truth, yeah. Talking about the truth.
This is Heather White Davis McDonald, and I'm inviting you to join me Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12 midday for Let's Reason. We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so G-Star, who think you're scoring any points? Let me just be slow. You're still there?
Yeah, man, of course.
I don't consider the bowler a fielding position. So the bowler would not be in that category of a fielding position for me.
Okay.
So hold on, so let me make the point. No? The keeper is the most important person of those in fielding position. But because I have a separate category for a bowler as a player on the field.
Okay.
I understand why I could make the case that your bowler could be your most influential player on the field. But because does not occupy a fielding position. The most important fielding position is the wicketkeeper. But your most influential player. It could be argued that it's the bowler as well. So I don't say you're scoring. Two different categories.
All right, yeah, man, of course. Of course, because it's not like you said that or anything, right? All right. No, it's a preacher now.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Higgins, you have to ask yourself, why would he question G-Star's character on radio? Does he understand what happens when he pokes the beer? No, I'm going to show you what happens when he pokes the beer.
Yeah.
No, he calls me a hypocrite because all I do is I want to win. Zidane.
Yeah.
I know you're watching the Arsenal.
Yeah, man, I'm listening as well, man.
Do you remember when I had that debate with Correction and I picked AD and LeBron and he picked Clay and Steph? Do you remember what I said to Correction?
What you said again?
I said, Correction, don't pick them. It's going to be too easy.
Oh, yes, you did. You did.
No, Preacher also had a debate with Correction, right?
Yes.
No, and correction used the word blunder, which was blunderous. Did preacher say correction to make it a fair fight? Let's take the word out, blunder. Did he do that?
Yes.
Did he?
Yes.
He did?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, man, you're reading. You know, he didn't. He kept on going with the word blunder.
Okay.
So what that says is he wants to win a debate. No, preacher, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But don't compare the two of us. I'm about having classics and it's about the art, right? I'll beat correction anyways. Now let's move on now. Next thing, preacher. He came on the radio, gentlemen, and said that 17 of the quarterbacks in the NFL, only 17 of the quarterbacks are the highest paid players on their team. That is true. But what is also true is that NFL players have rookie contracts. They're in a rookie scale. So what that means is whether you're a quarterback, a running back, and once you're the number one pick, you're going to get paid a certain amount. So therefore, those numbers should be inadmissible. So what preacher did was preacher came on radio and told a half truth.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
No, you have to ask yourself, why would preacher come on radio, tell a half truth to deceive the people? Preacher, I am here to not let silly deception reign. It's impossible. It's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. No, next thing, no. Preacher just came on here and said, no, yesterday or 2 days ago, talking about 196,000 pass attempts. Gentlemen, I mentioned...
Is that the number that he corrected?
No, man, I'm just giving an example, yeah. But, so remember, so preacher did some research, right? Let's go over this. The tenets or components of importance is influence, power, status, influence, and value. Preacher said the goalkeeper is as important as the quarterback. Mr. Higgins, has preacher come on here and proven any of its premise?
When you say proven, what do you mean?
You don't know what proven means now?
No, proven.
Has he illustrated? Has he brought any examples as to why? Do you remember any points that he made about that?
I think he's made some.
Well, which one are they? Which one? When? Tell me. It's value. Remember, it's value, influence, power. You want to cuddle him? Preacher, no more cuddling today, boss. None. It's over. Tell me. What? No. So he's made no points, right? Nothing run got to Gavi. What? Preacher, you're hiding in the bushes, shadow boxing, and think you're in the ring with G-Star. Man up, bro. Man up. Next thing, no.
You have more?
Gentlemen, no, I want to ask you a quick question, Mr. Higgins. Yeah. You're a teacher. If a student submitted, you have an assignment, and a student didn't submit any work, what would they get? What is the grade that they would get, or the number?
I may ask them to submit it again, depending on the reason.
And let's just say they didn't. What would you give them?
You mean after I ask them several times?
Yeah,
You can't give a mark for.
So you get a 0, right? Preacher, that's what you got to know. Do you know how delusional, gentlemen, borderline psychotic you have to be to give in no work and think that you're winning?
G-Star, I could leave it.
And by the way, preacher, those are facts and not fiction. I didn't make anything up, sir. Those are facts. No, I'm going to give preacher some options, gentlemen, and I'll be finishing 30 seconds. Here's his options. A, you can retire from the sports desk. I don't want that. B, you can come on here, tell the truth that you were wrong, which is what men do. Or C, you can keep pretending like it never happened. You're good at pretending, preacher. You might just do that.
What if I can add a D?
What's the D? None of the above. What's the D?
Preacher and G-Star have a debate on.
We did that already. He's got no point.
Formal debate.
Judges
and not going to. You know why?
With no interruption because them same talk over here the other day. So you get your time to talk.
So you have a formal debate. We'll get in judges. We'll get.
Here's what he has to do. Here's what he has to do first. Say a couple points because I've mentioned several points on radio. Bring some points first.
No.
I'm telling you, these are my conditions.
I will form the conclusion.
If he wants to debate me, he's got to bring a couple points.
It sounds like you're running, man.
Here you know, I am running. A man who's brought
Remember, you're a
nothing to
King
the
Kong.
table.
Remember, you're a King Kong, you know. So why you need to do
No, because I dictate the conditions and the terms. I am King Kong, right?
You know, you're a King Kong, so just destroy me now.
No, man. I'm not. He's got to come with something first. Hey, you still cuddling him? Hold on. Are you guys still cuddling him?
If I was Bruce Lee,
yeah,
and there's a 500-pound overweight man where war me, I don't need no condition.
No condition.
You think Bruce Lee just fight like that?
No.
Listen,
You know, you want me to say?
Yeah, I heard what you just said.
If I am Bruce Lee and there's a 500-pound overweight man, and I will get paid for it, or I will get stripes or whatever from it, I don't need no condition.
Here you guys go again, calling a man who submitted no information.
The fact that
you guys need to stop
conditions
it.
tells
Yeah,
me something.
no, you want to call me a runner when the man has submitted no work. Come on, stop it, gentlemen.
I'll leave it there. Big up
All
yourself,
right, cool.
G-Star. Box office G-Star third for body. You know? Hello. Country this.
Where's the G-Star come out blazing?
Yes, man. You have to laugh. That's all.
G-Star said, on his terms, his conditions. You understand?
If G-Star needs conditions.
Check up the man, man. You understand?
If G-Star need condition for the be a preacher family,
yeah,
then G-Star is not as confident
not certain.
as how he's pretending to be.
Yeah, man, you know, certain. Yeah, man. Zidane.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I had no look. I was struggling so far, but
they play the second half very well, you know. They play the second half very well, so let's see.
Yeah, about 30 minutes. So
but the keeper, I pull off another brilliant save though. Then I'm Roma the goal.
Yeah.
Proving why that position is the most important position in the game. Because if it was an ordinary goalkeeper, and stop on the doors. Just being ordinary to the 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, the goalkeeper work free money though. That's all we know.
You must try to cut teams apart, man. If no goalkeeper not there, easy goal, man. The goalkeeper make the difference in the football, man. That's why goals are so difficult to come by.
Yeah. Anyhow, yesterday we and I were talking. Oh, by the way, Mr. Higgins, how was it strong?
The Campbell country. Campbell.
But when you say is a scratch the 14?
Yeah, man, it's a scratchy 14.
After how many balls the ball to
I probably face about 16 balls. You know. It's a T20 game, you know. The other side make 180, you know. And we got about 70 for one when the rain coming from about 4 or 5 over. But the other man at the other end, you know. I think Howard. Howard, big up yourself. Howard got about 40 and then about 15 balls. So me now that my end, I say, boy, I can just go and look 1-2. Boy, cricket hard.
Oh, yeah, all in.
Yeah, working. But it's scratchy. I'll keep a drop me, I tell you. But there was one square cut, boy. Man said, boy, Mr. Higgins, we don't want some more than that. That worth the price of admission.
that one alone?
Yeah, man, the one shot, man. Cause I wasn't known to be a square cutter. I was more down the road. But the square cut, man, when me I come in, man, everybody said, they need me back.
Oh, okay. Right. Yes, yesterday we were speaking about the issue with the young quad QB Sanders, right?
Yes,
and it was a lot of speculation as to why he wasn't drafted.
Mm-hmm. Much higher.
Yeah, yes. But each day now it is being borne out as to the reasons are coming out as to why he wasn't drafted higher than, put it that way. Mm-hmm. And it boils down to his attitude, his behavior, and they say he had a air of entitlement. And so because of that, they said, like, when they, prior to the draft, like, teams call you in who have some sort of interest in you, call you in for interviews and to see
this is prior to the draft.
Pardon me?
This is prior to the draft.
Yeah, to see where it is live.
Yes.
What is being borne out that is that a lot of they're saying that he took that thing very lightly. Like he wasn't prepared for it in terms of when he went inside to the meeting, he wasn't prepared. He wasn't prepared. You understand?
Oh.
And it reached to the point that there's a quarterback by the name of Boomer Assassin. He's an ESPN analyst. He has come out now and said that at least 3 owners asked the person that will be picking. They were thinking about picking him in the draft. to take him down from off the consideration because of the same thing. Because they say based on his behavior, it was bringing a toxic environment in attitude towards the locker room, and they didn't want that. They weren't going to put up with that. So it is being born out of that. Otherwise, from having to deal with his dad, he was the problem in terms of how he presented himself to the various not owners, but the various teams that wanted to have a look at him to see if they would pick him. So, and then the funny thing about it now, the Browns that he has been picked with, he's, I think, going to be the depth. There's 4 quarterbacks or 3 quarterbacks ahead of him. Although Deshaun Watson is the number 1 pick, he has injured his Achilles heel, and I don't think he'll be playing this coming season. But you have 2 seasoned veterans in front of him. I think Joe Flacco on the next QB,
yes,
and there's another young QB that they picked, where he's going to be in the pecking order. So they're saying that even though he's been picked by the Browns, there's no guarantee that he's going to be seeing any playing time pretty soon. So I think it's a learning curve for him, and I think he has to regroup and to assess what caused him to drop so far. Because what has happened is that if he was the first, like I said, the first 5 top picks, right? The salary that he would have made, it'd been presently said that the number 1 pick now is going to be looking at about $40 million. Now because he has dropped so far in the pecking order, he's going to be about $8 or some million he would have been able to garner. And they were saying is that they thought the leverage that they thought coming into the draft he had, the owners weren't impressed with what they saw with him, and so because of that was one of the reasons why that was it. I don't think it's saying it. Well, I shouldn't say that, but it is not being born where you could say in any racial connotation has anything to do with it. You understand?
Yes.
But it is amazing, and it is mind-boggling as to what happened with him. And as a matter of fact, our incidents also happened with him to pour water on the draft pick with him. That during the course of the draft, somebody played a prank on him to say that the New Orleans Saints had picked him. And when it was born out, it was just a prank call. So there is no truth. So that was the next thing that was saying, like, my, when it rains, it pours.
Pours, yes.
So it's a situation where now he has to work. Our work his tail off in order to prove his worth, to see whether or not, he could be like a second string or a third, in case it's happened to the first string quarterback that he would get to enter the field. But as I say, interesting times lies ahead, so we'll see how it goes. Okay?
All right, let's see if he can shame them to be one of the best ever.
All right.
Being picked that low.
Well, let's see.
All right, cool. All right, that's Countryman. We'll take another break on the show. We're coming back.
Stop the sneeze. Grab some DPH.
I'm congested. DPH.
DPH. Mommy, I have a runny nose.
Come and take some DPH.
Getting rid of a cold or allergies is easy. Take DPH in adult or children's formulation and eliminate your sniffling, coughing, sneezing, and itching. DPH. Minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief. Another great product from the Caramed Group.
Get the inside scoop. Tune in to Budget Bites, a brief breakdown of the 2025 budget presentation by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. It's an informative snapshot of the budget and what it means for you. Don't miss Budget Bites, bite-sized insights into the Prime Minister's vision for Jamaica. Budget Bites, unpacking the budget for you.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Miami Heat to 138-83 to secure a 4-0 first round playoff series win and book their place in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Donovan Mitchell scored 22 points for the visiting Cavaliers, who were also helped by DeAndre Hunters adding 19, Tyrone Jerome scoring 18 points, and Evan Mobley contributing 17 points as they won by the fourth largest winning margin in NBA playoff history. They faced the winner of. All right, that's your sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
I want to emphasize a point I made earlier. For what it's worth, and I would hope that it leads a discussion at some point. I forget to the north tomorrow. The parent of the little youth here when scored around tonight decided that they would not send him to traditional school. Now, I don't know what traditional school is in India, obviously. But here were parents who say, cricket, my son. At 8 years old, they must send him go bat 450 ball a day. Them send him to a specialized coach 3 hours away at them age. Will there come a time when other parents start doing that? And while what you do at 14 is special, if I that him do, it must be seen within the context that that's all him do. You get the point I'm making? Now it takes, once you have the size, and it's not a little you in terms of body, is a fairly, what would I call, big you, big 14, if I'm a 14. If you get your son from him at 8 and if him have the size, for about 450 ball a day for 6 years, it not look as awesome as how it look. We are judging this thing through the lens and spectacles of a normal youth with a normal existence. But there's nothing normal about that youth. None at all. Not normal about his preparation and how his parents growing. You get me? Now, I believe that the time will come when more parents will do that. And then say, boy, if the boy and make it by my 18, then he goes to school. My parents and chances are your parents used to say, school first, get an education first, and then if it don't work, you take up sports. I think the day will come when the opposite will happen. When if your youth show any ability at 8 at the sports, and if it not make it by 18, him go back to school. Because it's easier to go back to school than to go back to sports. If you don't understand me, I try. We go back online. Hello.
My time?
Yes. Yeah, Bull.
Big up on yourself. Big up on yourself.
Yeah.
Why Zidane done a room out here look like Prime David Dyer, my boss.
No, man, use a better name, man.
What do you mean use a better name?
Use Cassius, man.
Prime David Dyer, man. You know, man says Prime David Dyer, man. The reason I say Prime David Dyer is because of the Asta.
Okay. Well, on this day, he did make some wonderful point-blank save, shot-stopping saves still. So, there could work.
Yeah, man, but that's what Donnarumma is doing right now.
Yes.
The man a get a traditional goalkeeping thing right now, and him, I basically him do the same thing against Aston Villa, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, the man brilliant, man. Him doing nothing. Orville, to your point about the age of the players them now, especially in sports, in football, we mean know about.
Yeah.
You know, you have some youths making some debut at 16. There's currently a youngster now, you know, that Man City signed. He's 14, you know.
Yeah. The one up America.
MLS.
The one up America, yes.
MLS.
Yes.
Yeah, and to me, the only reason why he would not be at Man City right now and probably get a little 1 and 2 game, especially the Dead Rubber game, them, is because you know, he's from is not from Europe. If you look at the youth them we are run the football right now, Yami Yamal, he wasn't 16 when he was doing what he was doing in Europe.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, he was 16.
Yeah, man.
And then you have one playing for PSG right now. Y'all know it. Never. The one with him shirt name shots, 87.
Yeah.
My youngster as well, you know. So it's like the players are getting the real talented players now. You look at them, you check them, they're just younger and younger. Bellingham, I think he's 21.
The point I'm making though is that usually these special kids had parents who decide from early that this year and created special circumstances for them.
Yeah, one of the things that some of these parents are doing also, they're investing in the homeschooling thing.
And that
you don't need to have to go to a school to get an education.
Well, that again.
So you can go back some ball to 5 hours, and when you come in, you do some English with a tutor.
Yeah. No, but me not think in the case of the youth here, me not thinking parents will be able to afford tutors. So clearly from early them say youth at this year do you know. Because the youth clearly show some affinity for the thing. Yeah, and the parents just say all out, brother, this way the
yeah, man. I mean, parents are faced with these decisions all the time, you know.
Yeah, but me I tell you, say, me don't know what kind of 14-year-old enough how we could be if we did have parents like that. You get me? I say,
we just tell you focus on.
If from we are 7 or 8, we are about 450 ball a day till we are 40. And you live and breathe and you run cricket and that's all you do. Maybe in a way this know as what the word may look for. As fantastic as we are make it look, you know. We are looking at this thing through Western eyes where we have to go to school and but a little boy said, well, this is that him say me no feel no fear because him have man in the nets a leg to him at that level from him a little youth. You get me?
Yeah, man. So it's interesting. All right, couple of things now.
Yeah.
CC. We feel like CC try to attack a little juvenile. A little 14-year-old. I was talking about. He's almost now, Orville.
16 now. He was maybe 15 at the time.
Line then. All right. No.
You mean at the firing line? All right.
Yeah, man.
He was probably 15 at the time.
But at the time, he was 15.
Yeah.
I thought he was 14. That's why I said 14, 15.
No, but even so, though. All right. But that question, no matter whether it's a little youth or not, CC was saying, how can you think player A is your player, but you bet on the next team to beat the team where you think here? It's just
because you just me point out what CC is about. So
what that question hold on,
yes.
What that question will tell us how CC think about the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
He does things. I am providing an analysis based on whom like.
Exactly.
I saw him state that him don't like LeBron James, so him never pick against the Lakers. 5 series straight you pick against the Lakers.
So I just the same thing there.
I know CC was gonna pick Wolves in this series. And I get no credit for it, CC.
Just the fact that the youth rate Ansman like that and pick against Ansman has raised his level in my eyes rather than depreciate the level. Because that means the youth I think.
Next thing quick and fast.
Yeah.
I was hearing a discussion earlier in the program with Garvey, and he mentioned that if you go 10 up in an NFL game, you say hard to recover. You can't recover from the R.
Did he say 10 up? Or
10-0.
At 10-0, I'm saying. All right.
Yeah. 2 scores.
Yes.
But say 10-0 can also be instead 10-0, that's 2 scores, touchdown and a kick, right?
Yes.
So in football, that's 2 scores now. You know, I'm looking at it from a score point of view, not the number.
Not the value of the score.
Not the value of the score.
Right.
In football, if you go down 2 scores in any and in talk about Super Bowls, they talk about final.
Yeah.
If you go down 2-0 in any final and come back to win, that's something where people are.
Has there ever been any team at the World Cup final? Because he went to the Super Bowl, so we have to comment on it. Has there ever been any team in the World Cup final that has come back from 2-0 down to win?
I can't
We can't remember that. In fact,
not in modern time.
In fact, I would love somebody to tell me how many teams have come back in a World Cup final from 1-0 down to win a final.
The team,
it can't be too much of that.
When going down is, I think Liverpool and AC Milan, Champions League. I think AC Milan have them 3.
Well, it's World Cup,
no man, World Cup final. Because he went to the Super Bowl, which is the ultimate level in NFL. So, me I got the ultimate level.
It's the only level in NFL.
Eh?
It's the only level in NFL.
Yeah,
but it's still the highest level, eh?
Yeah, man. So I will say still, if you go down 2-0 in any football game, although some pundits might tell you that 2-0 is a very dangerous score to be.
Well, I go 2-0 every time.
Every time. Especially if you play that, if you're a quality team, if you're a box side and you go down 2-0, they might catch you. But if a 2 quality team are playing, the team goes 2-0. A hell and put out.
It's no argument as to which sport it's easier to score in, man. It must be NFL. It's easier to score in NFL. You have so many different ways you can score.
Yeah.
Once you get close enough and you decide you can go for the field goal instead of trying to get the touchdown. You can do that as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's not an argument, my boss.
When you're making the argument, you have to look at both.
Bull, you see, if you pick a team in NFL to win the game, and the other team gets the ball first, and then you concede immediately, you feel you're comfortable still. You're comfortable with the thing. Your team that you select will come back and win this game.
Yep.
But you see in a football, we're talking about top level now. In a football, when you go down 1-0, you're fretting a ball, angry, because you know difficult things to score goals.
Right now, PSG because not let early.
And we are struggling. We can't get back.
I struggle. I can't get a goal right
now. Almost 90 minutes play, we can't score.
So this is another game. This is another football game at the highest level because it's the semi-final of the Champions League, where one team is about to go blank.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in NFL. The teams always score.
Really happens.
There's always at least one team scoring.
Yeah. So Zidane, if the man beat you know, man, a problem on Paris. The Real Madrid victory there, persons are saying it's like Arsenal was playing against Real Madrid's history and not necessarily the team that they're facing. So the team
I don't know what that means.
It means that the Real Madrid current team is not that good. So
yeah.
When you play against Real Madrid, you beat them. Because Arsenal beat Real Madrid, they think it's some monument.
No, man, Real Madrid is still a pretty good team, man.
But how much are they losing the Champions League this season?
Real Madrid? I don't know, but we're going to beat up Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League this season. You're not going to judge them based.
Every time Real Madrid plays a quality team, you get flat.
No, man, but them still a quality team, man. They're still a top 8 team in the world, man. They're not second in the best league in the world. Or one of the best league in the world.
Top 8?
Yeah, man, Real Madrid is still a top 8 team. Give me 7 other teams that are better than Real Madrid. After the break.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah, man. Give me 7 other teams after the break. We'll coming back.
Oh boy. When I got about this now?
What happened to you, Mrs.?
My car broke down and I can't get the parts.
Parts? So you never hear about Dangels? And them are the done in the parts world, you know? Them have parts for Hyundai, Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Isuzu, Mazda, Subaru, you name it, them have it.
Visit Danjan Auto Spares and Accessories in Kingston at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Telephone 929-9146 or in Maypen at shop number 10, 1A Chapperton Road. Telephone 986-7142.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, not search through my brain to that. Me only find 6 actually.
Yeah,
you're right. That's it.
Arsenal wouldn't be a team that we thought going in was the favorite against Real Madrid over 2 legs.
And that's how I say. I understand my point. Is as if Arsenal was playing against Real Madrid history and not necessarily current team. Because some clubs, you know, when they beat Man
United. What they're saying? What they're saying? The win was not as big as Arsenal think it was.
As Arsenal think it was.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to
say. I see your point. That's a fair point. That you're correct.
Yeah, man.
You're correct. You're correct.
When you go up now, when you go up now, you have to play.
Because Paris Saint-Germain, I thought Paris Saint-Germain going into this round of matches was a much better team than Real Madrid.
What if I tell you that when I check the odds this morning and just bet and put my little thing on Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal at $2 and Paris Saint-Germain at $3.
To win this game?
To win this game.
Well, me and your friend, I'm an Arsenal fan. Me and your friend,
Paris Saint-Germain was $3. You know,
it's a nice you could bet that, man. Yeah, man, it's a nice class that you take this up.
Bull.
Yeah, well, they have to hold it out. Big
Yeah,
up
man.
yourself.
All right, cool.
We'll squeeze a few. All right, we go back online. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Doctor what?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Doc.
Yeah, man. They got patient 5 minutes here.
Yeah, big a patient for company show. Yeah, easy that.
yeah. You know, because it's the issue with the talent. My position is that, and it is accepted in scientific circles, that talent is a blend of innate potential and nurturing. Because remember, you know, we generally refer to talented people as a completed product. We say De Villiers is a talented cricketer, Lara is a talented cricketer. And it's a combination of, yes.
The people we call the most talented are usually the people who work the hardest.
Yeah, well, you say the talented after they become stars and become the best at their craft.
Yes, indeed, Doc.
Look, like a youth
and generally, a lot of us when we are talking, we forget about the experience of the person, the environment they grew up in, the parenting style, as for example with this little youth.
There you go.
With this little youth, that is them, they send him to under specialized cricketing attention in order to develop his game. So the parenting style, because I would not take my child out of school, and it's not a traditional way to grow a child.
No.
Education, training, and all of those things come together and is expressed as a talent.
Yes.
You see, the thing is that we are born with certain basic senses, and sometimes we are mistaken. Some of the things we believe are innate skills are not even innate skills. For example, we say that hand-eye coordination is an innate skill, and it is not an innate skill.
Millions of people have great hand-eye coordination.
Contribute to it. Huh?
But people have great hand-eye coordination and balance, and they can. But like Brian Lara, none at all, my boss. So.
No, but the thing is that you are born with some degree of it, but you have to train it and you have to develop it.
Yes.
You develop it through what you see, when you touch things, and in fact, one very important sense that we are born with is called proprioception. For example, if we put our hand behind our head, we don't have to look behind our head to see that our hand is behind our head. So knowing where your body, your body parts are is very important, and that takes a lot of training and skill. So there's some amount of innate ability to do that, but you have to train it, to fine tune it, to be able to bat like Brian Lara, to be able to bat like.
I don't know how people come to this conclusion. When you see a man walk across and flick the ball over mid-wicket, they must work. He must work on that, my boss. A baseball running.
Yeah. For example, balance. We are not born with balance. That's one of the reasons why a baby can't stand up. It's a complex neuromuscular network that is needed for you to be able to balance, to stand.
No, that I'm not just talking about your born to do, but some babies without no training at all, at 1 or 2 years old, I got show more balance than some. You agree?
No, but what happened? Orville, what happened? Yeah, that's true. But it's not because balance is innate. There are other innate characteristics that might make you be able to balance, because balance is not an independent activity by itself. Balance is something that a baby will develop over a period of time. Like, for example, 3 to 6 months, a baby will be able to balance and hold up the head. 6 to 8 months, they might be able to balance so that they can sit up. And might be around 6 to 12 months, they can crawl. And by they reach 9 to 15, they can balance. And even then, when they start to balance and start to stand, you notice they are generally very wobbly.
Yeah, man.
And over time, their body learn to balance learn to put tensions on the different muscles for them to be able to balance while they stand.
Yes.
Timing, for example, people are not born with timing. It's something you will be born with, so it might be certain basic tenets, but you develop it from birth. And timing has to do a lot with coordination. Then, for example, when you're playing sports, you come into things like being able to judge things, being able to predict. For example, in cricket, a lot of people like to believe that they look at a cricket ball and decide that they are going to play. The fact is that when they release the cricket ball, because you have been training over and over and over, you become so good at judging where the ball would be. You understand? So people, like this thing people are talking about, no, concentrate. You're going to an innings with a mindset. If you're going with a defensive mindset, you're less likely to make attacking shots, which generally are more risky. But it's about. I don't want to get too technical. For example, the ocular socket, that's how the eye will predict where the ball is for you to make a shot. That's for example, when a ball jump on you at from a very, like just short of a good length, you believe your body is able to react to that in the time we cricketers react to it.
And let me see if I can add something. Yeah, so this thing where we said the great batsmen have to have great eyesight. You have people who probably have less eyesight than Brian, but can see things that Brian won't see enough for them feel. You know? For example, a man who plant certain things, for example, he may walk in and feel and can look and see which one of him plants are rotten in a way that Brian won't see, you know? Because that is his feel and that is what his eyes were trained to see. Whenever you understand the point,
if you read, I understand. If you read the thing, the book, the Art of Cricket by Dan Bradman, that is coaching book. He told you about a batsman who only realized that he had problem with Zidane when he was playing. Like, I believe the top level cricket in Australia. And he went and got glasses fitted. And he threw them away after because he became so accustomed to playing the game with the eyesight that he had, that the glass weren't correcting his vision was a problem.
Okay.
So you see, look, I'm gonna one of the persons that people consider to be a genius was Beethoven. He said Beethoven's childhood was marked by a mixture of talent, of musical talent and familial hardship. Born in Germany, he displayed early musical aptitude, but his father, a harsh and alcoholic court musician, pushed him relentlessly towards becoming a child prodigy. This rigorous training, often brutal, had a lasting impact on Beethoven's emotional and mental well-being. Despite the struggles, Beethoven's talent flourished, leading to him becoming one of the most influential composers in history.
All right, sir.
I have a patient, for example. His father was a taster for one of our soft drink company. And when he became old and too old to continue, they asked him if there was anybody in his family who would be interested. And he proposed his son, and his son went and got the job. Because he had a more discerning taste, but then that's a primary reflex.
The producer said we have one. The producer said we have one more. We don't want him killed.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'll continue it another time because it's nurture and nature, and that's really where the conversation boils down to.
I agree with you. Agree.
You have to say thanks for my patient for allowing me.
Thanks, Doc, patient, for allowing the
Yeah, man.
The patient is probably a sports person. All right, so Doc, who abandoned his patients to be on the show, we'll take the last one. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is Rooney.
Rooney.
Yeah, yes, it is, Rooney. Big up yourself, Orville. Big up yourself, Zidane.
Yeah, man.
Orville, that little 14-year-old I make it. I think him are the only one where his parents do that.
No, can't be.
Exactly. So I make it sound like, yo, it not happen. It happen, man. I whole heap of time it happen to man.
What me say go on like
you understand this?
What me say go on like I don't understand what you say.
No, you make it sound like, yo, you are the only parents where say, yo, our sports we are going to do. Yeah, we're not going to do no school.
Actually, I was making the very opposite point that parents are going to start going this way. But you say me say
that start, Orville. A long time it happen.
But me tell you about the little 7-year-old him in India where at dinner the next day live my boss. From the Maliko you.
Yeah, that may say that just now.
Yes, but probably he's the first. He's the first one where I reap the reward this early.
I mean, I tell you, say, yeah, up something there, up at England, Manchester United. It's a football school. So them go to Manchester, you understand me? Then they see them parents and probably till weekend.
Yeah, man, we get the point. We get the point.
So you're
correct. Modern time, more right is happening. Far more happening right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The point I'm making is that a 14-year-old who goes through that drill Must not be
I
seen
only
like
hear
a
about the
14-year-old
ones
in
who
my
make
time.
it, my boss. I mean, I tell you, you only hear about the ones who make it, a whole heap not make it. You understand me? But them parents did it.
Yeah.
Come on, you're right, man.
So, Orville, one more question for you, Orville. Something there.
Yeah.
When the bowler let go the ball and things like that, when become after him after him deliver the ball?
When him let go the ball, him become a part of the feeling team.
Alright, cool. You start a question.
But we didn't give him the ball.
He become a part of the feeling. Because him can run out somebody, he can take a catch, you understand me? Him can stop boundaries.
But I'm saying when the coach threw him the ball, we throw you the ball not because of your ability to feel.
So Rooney, as a former big cricketer, you consider the ball a feeling position?
No, sir. Bowler. No, sir. Bowler.
All right.
After I'm looking at the ball, then.
But
then can look and feel it.
I can't. I tell me, say me no cricket, you know. I can't. I tell me, say me no cricket. So you used to play cricket, so I'm glad. Yeah.
Bowler feeling position. Why?
No, sir.
When you are sent
which one in feel?
A position is where you can send people to my ball.
Yeah, we don't know which are the bowler feel. What the position?
Exactly. First of all, if you been on your boy, I mean, no. That one that does define logic. How much the bowling is a feeling position.
I'm willing to learn, you know.
Me willing to learn. Get it.
But we leave it here, Rooney. Big up yourself. We'll talk.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
All right. Big up to all the listeners and big up to all the... Remember, I'm going to do it every day, listeners, leading up. The people themselves want to do it. June 28th, Cadwell Football Field, smack in the middle of Doheny Park, right on the top of the road where the primary school is at. Doheny Park Primary School is at. Come for the drinks. Come for the food. You have to buy those though. Come watch some football. Big bad six-a-side football competition. Winning prize $300,000 Jamaican dollars and 2 bottles of Hennessy. $15,000 for the entry fee. Get your teams and come and try and win. It's gonna be great. All right, that is it for the program. Though join us tomorrow, same place, same time. We'll do it all over again. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful evening.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
Need to spruce up those clothes or take a break from the washing? Then visit New Look Dry Cleaners and Launderers at 120 Red Hills Road, Kingston 19, or Shop 23 Manor Park Plaza for speedy service and the very best prices. Everything will look like new. Be part of the thousands of satisfied customers. Call 925-9464 or 931-1305. Get the best look at New Look.
Stop the sneeze. Grab some DPH.
I'm congested. DPH.
DPH. Mommy, I have a runny nose.
Come and take some DPH.
Getting rid of a cold or allergies is easy. Take DPH in adult or children's formulation and eliminate your sniffling, coughing, sneezing, and itching. DPH. Minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief. Another great product from the Caramed Group.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Do you want the keys to discovering your God-given purpose? Would you like a strategy to fulfill your unique destiny on earth? How about a map to help you navigate the twists and turns on your journey of life? Do you, don't you, will you, won't you? If I coax you, would you want to? Don't you want to? Aren't you going to? Oh, come on, you said you would. Hey, this is Everton Thomas, your friend, your bishop, from the Emmanuel Apostolic Church International with headquarters at 12 Slide Road in Kingston, Jamaica. And I'm inviting you to join me this and every Friday at 11 a.m. right here on this station for Insights, inspiring conversations for everyday life. That's Insights, Fridays at 11 a.m. God bless you now. Stay awesome.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Mr. Mike. Download our app now. WOIB 101.9 FM. Omega Broadcasting Network.
Listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio. Omega Radio. Omega.
Well, it's now time for our BBC News. Please stay tuned and